Hey, welcome to another night, another Tuesday night, another Tuesday night stream with Jake the asshole, if you know what I mean. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to get crazy with me? We're back in business. Another Tuesday night. We're live streaming. We are live right now. All right. Already got a lovely crowd starting to build up already, which is good to see. So, got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there are some prison escapees out on the loose. But they've caught most of them, but there's still a couple prison escapees left. We're going to get to that story tonight. I wanted to talk about a rise on TikTok of people filming themselves committing crimes. Yeah. In 2025, people got no shame. So tonight, we're going to be looking at some shameless losers who go out and commit crimes like shoplifting, for instance, and then bragging about it and then posting it on TikTok. So we're going to get into some triggering shit tonight. Warning, trigger warning. Some of the videos I'm going to show you tonight are going to piss you off. But I'm doing it for a reason. That's because I want to talk about how, we're basically like, what's the word I'm looking for? Fucked. Yeah. You're going to understand why here when I get the show started. Why I went with the title. Seriously, we're all fucked. All right. How's everybody doing? Let me say hello to everybody before we jump into the show tonight. We got Jonna here, one of my lovely mods, says, hi, Jake and friends. Hello, Jonna. Lucian says, I just shit my pants. Too much information. No, just kidding. I'm sure you're kidding. So, no need to go change your non-shitty pants that I know you didn't shit. I know you're just kidding around. I totally know you didn't shit your pants, bro. All right. Let's see who else we got in the house. We got Suzette Ann says, hi, Jake and everyone. Hi, Jake and everyone, indeed, on a lovely Tuesday truther night. All right, we got Shady Davy D. LaFleur said, welcome all, always entertaining. Tonight's show should be entertaining. I was kind of scrambling earlier today because I was looking for some things to talk about, right? Because I had a few topics on my list, but I was like, all right, what am I going to round out the show with? And then I finally stumbled across a few different subjects. So I got like 5 different things that are all different tonight. So we're going to kind of be jumping around tonight. So hopefully tonight won't get stagnant. I won't ramble on about one thing for too long. So I got like 5 different things tonight, right? So it should be an entertaining stream. All right, who else do we got here tonight? We got Holden's here. What's up, Holden here? And Misanthropic also says, hey guys. Looks like our first official super chat of the night literally rolled in just a second ago. Says, let there be carnage. Says, hi, Jake. Was wondering if you have talked about or planning on talking about the UFO orb thing from Colombia. I honestly haven't heard about a UFO orb thing from Colombia. Let me write it down and maybe I'll get to it in this stream if I have enough time. Orb UFO Colombia. No, I haven't heard about that, man. The thing about UFO videos is we live in the age where a kid can make a fake video of a UFO and post it on TikTok and it'll go viral. And the lamestream media has been lying about UFO bullshit for years. So, I don't want to say I'm UFO'd out, but man, it's always the same fake ass shit basically with the UFO shit. And now with the rise of AI created videos and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You can have like alien spacecraft videos showing up, and you always got to consider that you're being faked out by the latest version of AI, right? Even if the mainstream media is going along with it. All right, who else do we got here? We got another super chat rolling in from JV. I almost called you Javid, but it's Javid. I think I call you Javid, even though you've told me that your name is Javid. So I'm going to try and get it right tonight and call you Javid. Javid says, in response to your fast food video, I only eat the beef patty with seasoning. Haven't tried In-N-Out. You haven't tried In-N-Out? Well, In-N-Out is a West Coast chain. So if you live in the Midwest or the East Coast or whatever, or you're in Canada or whatever, then I guess you won't have an In-N-Out near you. But as far as the beef patties, you got to wonder what percentage of that is actually beef. And then, of course, my audience here, they're going to be like, bro, it's human meat, bro. Don't you know fast food uses human meat? So I'm sure there's going to be people right here in the chat who are going to be like, I never eat fast food and I never have because they use human meat. But you know what they won't do? They won't go protest it. They won't go be like in front of McDonald's with a sign that's like, McDonald's is serving human meat, right? So they don't care enough to protest. But there's people right here in the chat who care enough to tell you that you're eating human meat. They don't care enough to do anything about it, but they know it's human meat. Gotta love it, right? I know you guys. You guys are my audience, and I know how you are. You're eating humans. You're eating nanobot in humans. There's no beef. There's 0% beef. It's 100% nanobot infected human carcasses. And I'll be like, hey, why don't you go do something about it? I'm busy. I got shit to do. Like jerk off and watch AI produce content. Jig. All right. Just kidding. Or am I? You're eating bugs. You will eat the bugs and you will like the bugs. You will own nothing and you will like that you own nothing. You won't even own the bugs. You will only eat them. You will rent the bugs. You will eat the bugs, but you will not own the bugs because you will not own anything. What in the fuck was that? I don't know. I don't even know what that was. All right. So, you guys ready to get this party started? I know what we'll start with. We'll start with a video. I don't want to tell you the title. I want to keep the title a secret if I can. I don't know if that's possible. I think you're going to see it somehow. But if I can, I'm going to try and keep the title a secret so you don't know what you're watching. All right. All right, so here's the video, and we're just going to react to this video. And you guys react along with me. Well, I've already seen it. So I'm more interested in what you guys are saying. So you guys react to this and I'll pull up your reactions. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right. I already told you the fucking name of it. Whoops.
Simulation.
Maybe.
Does it matter?
In the future, computers will create your television programs.
Zeros and ones.
AI versus 100 animators. Who wins?
I do what I want.
Look at this, y'all. NASA, of course.
Bro, is this even real laughter?
Some people claim that we live in a simulation.
Would you still love me if I was an NPC?
We are coming for you, Hollywood.
Have you guys figured it out yet? Have you guys figured it out? Gotta go walk the dog. Be right back. Well, Zach hasn't figured it out. Commander Neo says AI is just the Juden. Just the Juden. Penelope, pit stop, completely lost. Good, 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 good. Oh, looks like somebody's figured it out. Guys, everything in this video is 100% AI made.
We are just random numbers. In the machine,
Yo, there's so many things that just became obsolete. Look at this. Look at this picture. You really got to be looking hard to know that it's all AI. And here's the deal. If they just gave this version of AI to us to use, what do you think that they're using next time they want to fake us out seamlessly with all AI, no actors at all? The future of psychological operations is here. It's going to be AI.
Are you real?
I am.
So like this right here. If you didn't walk into this knowing it's an AI made video, there's not a lot of things that are going to give this away to you that this is AI right here, right? Now watch.
Does it matter? I think we live in a simulation.
Maybe.
Does it?
I mean, they can get people to fucking react to this and they don't even know it's AI made, right? So if you weren't told, if you didn't know going into it, some video like this, hey, what do you think about dating in America? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just an AI girl, but you don't know that. Blah, 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 blah. And then you got guys in the comment section. Oh, well, this is why I can't find a date because blah, blah, blah. Right? And it could just be some AI shit that you're engaging with now. Y'all, now you know why I went with the title that we're seriously fucked. If this is the version that they've just released for us to play with, what do you think they're going to use to go to the moon? What do you think they're going to use to go to Mars? They ain't going to use actors and stage and props. They're going to do it like this. but their AI is going to be like fucking seamless.
The matter.
In the future, computers will create your television programs.
Zeros and ones.
A AI versus 100 animators.
Check it out. The future of faking space missions could mainly be done with AI. And you could even do a hybrid. Let's say you could do a mixture of like actors, stage to get that like the most real look, but then add in AI editing and layering and whatnot. I mean, guys, they're going to get to a point where they can pull off landing on the moon and make it look like they're there, right? With proper AI. And we're going to know it's fake, but we're going to be stuck looking at a pretty damn good video. Probably. All right. So there you go. That's how we start this one off. So this is a new version of AI, this VO3. I guess it just came out. I haven't played with it yet. I'm not really technically advanced, but apparently I need to learn about this shit because it's what's going to make everybody and everything obsolete. All right. And one baller says, have you seen they're making hot female sex robots? Yes, I have. I've been hearing about that for a long time, but I don't know any like nerds who have one. So they're going to have to come out with a cheap enough version for regular dudes to buy, right? So if it's like thousands of dollars and you got to, have lots of money in order to afford it or whatever, they're going to price out too many people. So they're going to have to come out with a basic version. And then where exactly are you going to sell that? Or does it have to be Amazoned to you? So there's a few logistical things that I wonder about, like a full life-size doll. You know what I mean? That takes up a lot of space on the Amazon truck, right? It's like fucking a coffin size fucking package being delivered to you. And you can't just have, you're not going to see Walmart and Target stocking those. I don't think. I know they're evil shit companies tied back to the government, but I don't even think that they're going to stock, cheaply made $200 sex robots. Not yet, at least. So until I see a plethora of nerds on TikTok saying, I don't care about live women anymore because my sex robot is so much better, then I'll know. That's when you'll know, is when you see nerds on TikTok bragging about how their sex robot is way better than any real woman they ever had, right? That's when you'll know that the sex robots have officially arrived. Because the nerds are going to take to TikTok. Now that I've got my sex robot, there's literally no reason for me to pay any attention to any live women. In fact, I find live women to be disgusting. Thank you very much. All right. And one baller's coming through. We got another super chat coming in from Neil Sampson. Says, love the content. Tell my normie friends to watch, but they never listen. I'm an old man on the East Coast. It's later for me, and we'll need to go to bed soon, but we'll catch the rest tomorrow. Hey, glad you could make it, and hopefully you can catch part of the stream tonight, and then, tomorrow, catch the rest. I start at 5 so that people on the East Coast, it's 8 o'clock. That's not that late, but by the time I finish, it'll be late for sure. All right. Thank you, Neil Sampson. I appreciate the compliment. And, I'm thinking of changing the name of the channel soon so that it's a little less harsh when you tell your friends, so that if you say, hey, go check out Jake, and I change the name to something else that's less harsh than asshole, perhaps more of your friends and family will be willing to check me out if you're not talking about going and checking out some asshole, right? So I'm thinking of getting rid of the asshole from my name. I just haven't done it yet, but I've been thinking about doing it for a while. So perhaps when I change my name to Jake something else that's less harsh than asshole, your friends and family will be more inclined to check it out, huh? Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Probably what it is. All right. Let's get back to this AI video because there's a few more things I wanted to say about it, and then we'll move on. Got another super chat just came in from Frosty. Said, can't wait till they bring back Why Clint Eastwood. Till they bring back Why Clint Eastwood? Are you talking about CGI Clint Eastwood? I don't really know what you're talking about. But thank you for the super chat, Frosty. All right.
I do what I want.
Bro, is this even real laughter?
See, stuff like this, man, you'd really have to like know your shit to know it's AI. It's not like glaringly obvious that these two dudes are AI. It's only because you know going into it, because I told you, and because the video is telling you, right, that this is all AI created. So stuff like this, man, like Hollywood, I can see why they're phasing out old school celebrities. Acting and going to the set and having a director and a cast and all this shit. When you can like do something like this, you guys see why Hollywood has been scaling down? There's a reason why they're throwing out old Hollywood celebs that used to get paid tens of millions of dollars per movie. And now they're going with, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, fucking Mr. Beast, right? So these planted YouTubers are now more famous than the old school celebrities, right? You know why? You know why this is happening, y'all? It's because young people don't give a fuck about old school celebrities no more. So they got to get the young people, and they got to hook the young people with these new hip satanic celebrities, right? So they got guys like Logan Paul, whose business model is to get kids into his channel and his products while having all the adults, everyone who's like over 21 or like everyone over 30, I should say, who has a brain, fucking hates him. So he gets the hate watch and he gets the hatred attention. And then he's got the kids who love him. So they got their plants set up to be more famous than the old school movie stars. So when I was a kid, there was no such thing as a YouTuber that was famous when I was a kid. So I grew up in the 80s and 90s. And so there wasn't a such thing. But there was TV stars, right? And so people would idolize these movie stars, people who they saw on TV. Or that's kind of gone by the wayside. People aren't into those type of celebrities. Now people are into YouTubers and internet celebrities, influencers. And that's another thing. Influencers. There's a shitload of toxic influencers. How many people who call themselves an influencer that you know who's an awesome person, who just makes quality content, wants to help people, and they call themselves an influencer? Basically, anyone who calls themselves an influencer is basically calling themselves a sellout piece of shit, right? Influencers are the ones who are tied back to fucking crypto rug pull scams, fucking meme coin scams. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who sponsor any product that throws money at them because they're an influencer. So anyone who calls themselves influencer is usually, in my mind, they're calling themselves a no good fucking sellout piece of shit, right? All right. What do you guys think? Tijuana Border Jumper says the Tates. Oh, you mean Andrew Tate? I've done a video on Andrew Tate. He's a total plant, and anyone affiliated with him is part of his shill circle, so they're not to be trusted either. And so, yeah, all these guys you see who get tens of millions of fucking views, and like they're just like they become like a household name almost overnight. It's always due to them being a sellout behind the scenes, right? They're making deals behind the scenes. And that's why their content always turns into degenerate shit. And so look what Tate has to do. He's got to go through this humiliation ritual where he's like getting busted for trafficking and whatnot. Just like who else? P. Diddy, right? So yeah, if you look at the gateway to becoming famous nowadays, it's way different than it used to be. So celebrities used to be sellouts, but not like now. Now the word sellout is like an understatement. Like people are now ready to like sacrifice their own parents for a taste of fame. And then when they fall, holy shit, they fall super hard sometimes. You know, like the Hawk Tuah whore. Have you guys seen how far Hawk Tuah whore has fallen? It's pathetic. All right. Trout fishing at Hood Park says Jake direct take or Jake's direct takes. I have a new name in mind. I'm going to reveal it when I finally pull the trigger on rebranding the channel. But I'm going to keep basically everything mainly the same. I'm just going to get rid of the asshole out the name. So it should happen soon. I just need to make new artwork and I need to redo some stuff. I need to revamp a few different things. I've been dragging my feet, you know. And then I've been trying to make some new content and, try some different shit like sit in my car and talk because I see other people getting hundreds of thousands of views sitting in their fucking car and talking. But when I do it, it doesn't work out. YouTube is just pissing me off lately, to tell you the truth. I see people like reacting to TikToks and sitting in their car getting monster fucking view counts. So I'm not trying to copy exactly what they do. But if I can get just a little piece of that algorithm stroke, that'd be cool with me, right? Like, 40, 50,000 views. Nope, can't do it. If I try anything that anyone else is doing, I get fucked. So like I can't win. And then if I spend all day editing a video, it still doesn't do that good. So I'm like, dude, what in the fuck am I supposed to do anymore on YouTube? So the only thing that I like know how to do and I'm comfortable doing that still works are these streams. Because when I go to make a video, I'm like, what do I even talk about? I see other channels getting literally 200,000 views just reacting to TikToks. So I'm like, dude, if I react to TikToks and add in my own humor, can I get like 30,000, 40,000 views maybe? Nope. Can't. Why? You just can't. Oh, but fucking Zach Rios, the most boring goddamn shit personality ever, can get 300,000 a clip reacting to any TikTok he sees. Yes. Penguin Zero up and get 10 million views. Hi, I just watched a video where a guy did something that I don't like. I'm going to talk shit about some guy that I don't like because I'm Penguin Zero. I'm literally a ripoff of Keanu Reeves. I'm like a D-level Keanu Reeves. And right now, I'm more famous than Keanu Reeves. I'm going to get 5 million views just doing this. How the fuck does Penguin motherfucking loser-ass Zero get 10 million views a clip just doing that? See, shit like that, I know YouTube is now the new Hollywood. That has to be some fake bullshit, dude. And then, like, if I do something a million times more amazing and funny than that stupid goddamn hack, 5,000 views for you, Jake. Only 5,000 for you. Oh, but this motherfucker can just be like, hi, I'm here to react to another video. And in 10 minutes, he's got 500,000 views. Dude, I can go on and on and on. Oh my God. You know who else pisses me off? Assmongold. Assmongold TV. Why the fuck is Assmongold TV getting so many views when he posts like 10 fucking videos a day and he just says whatever he wants about anything and he gets 10 million views a day? Meanwhile, somebody like me, I fucking put some time and effort into some shit and I get fucked. Man, fuck this stupid loser, stupid fuck. Dude, I gotta shut up, dude. I'm getting pissed off right now. Just getting pissed off. And I know it's gonna get worse because look at this AI shit that we just watched. That's how I know it's gonna get worse. Spen says much love, bro. Ah, thank you, Spen. All right, I need to stop it. I'm getting carried away. I went down that rabbit hole where I watched some hack-ass content where YouTube just like spews views in their direction. I'm like, how do they do this? And I'm like, okay, maybe if I can somehow follow some of these trends, but do it my own way with my own brand of humor, maybe it'll work. You lose, Jake. Nope. Fuck. God, is it NFL fucking season yet? Shit. All right. That's enough AI video for now. Let's get to the next video. In fact, let me check my watch page. Make sure I didn't miss any super chats or anything. And then we'll move on to the next. Looks like I did miss a couple super chats. So let me go back and read those. Hi. You want to know what absolutely pisses me off? When I see people fighting over Pokemon cards. Oh my god, these nerds are fighting over Pokemon cards. I'm going to make a video talking about how people are fighting over Pokemon cards, and I'm going to get 5 million views. And I'm going to make more than you do in an entire year talking about how guys are fighting over Pokemon cards. Hi, I'm Penguin Zero. I'm talking about guys fighting over Pokemon cards. I just made more than you made in an entire 3 years by talking about guys fighting about Pokemon cards. Doesn't that piss you off just a little bit? All right. Tijuana Border Jumper says, yeah, you're right. They all suck. Sometimes I just want to see, like, what are people watching? And then I think, I can react in a way that no other person can react. I can like jump into all sorts of characters and impressions and shit. So maybe I can inject my humor into all this stupid shit going on. But it seems like whenever I try that, the fucking video tanks. And it's like, then it demotivates me. I'm like, oh, well, I can't try that no more. That's another thing about fucking YouTube is if you have a bad video and it tanks, then it's like it sucks your motivation, and then you fucking got to scramble and try some other shit, right? Meanwhile, you look at some fucking loser like Penguin Zero, who just diarrheas anything out of his mouth and gets millions of views. It's like, how did it get that way? I'm not jealous that like, because I know I'll never get that many views. But it's like, even when I try, I can't even get like a fraction of that many views. All right, I read that one. Frank Castle says Spartan social ideology would fix almost everything. Spartan social ideology. If you say so, Frank, I don't think things can be fixed because I think things are being broken on purpose. I think things are beyond fixable because the people who broke everything, who run this joint, don't want shit to be fixed. I read that one about the Tates. All right, I think I officially caught up on the old super chats. All right, so now I think I got some new super chats coming in. From Javid, says Ramsey Dewey talked about this too. Great martial arts channel. He doesn't get as much views as people doing stupid things on the street. Here's another thing I saw, and I was watching a video today, and it was a guy talking about how he runs automated channels, not showing his face, 100% AI script, all the visuals like just collaged together by AI, and then he fucking pays people from Fiverr to create the thumbnails. And he says he spends like 50, 60 bucks per video, and then the videos will make $100 minimum. And then sometimes they go crazy and go viral. So he showed that he got like a few videos covering the Johnny Depp trial years ago that went for millions of views. And he was just fucking using AI and shit to create his videos. And he's saying that now his videos are blowing up and he's just using AI to make fucking P. Diddy videos. So I'm like, God damn. Are you telling me in order for me to milk this system, I have to go become an expert in AI and make AI P. Diddy fucking videos that even I don't want to watch? Basically, yeah. So if I want to, or if you want to, you can go make AI P. Diddy videos right now that cover his case and gossip about his case. And apparently you can blow up without even showing your face or using your voice. But to me, I don't know. It's like, dude, I didn't become a YouTuber to make fucking AI shit. But then when you're talking about making 10 grand in one AI video, well, maybe I will do it, you know? So this guy was showing that he would make, 20 G's in one day on a fucking Amber Heard Johnny Depp AI video. What? So yeah, shit like that, dude. It's like, I'm doing things the old fashioned way. You know what I mean? I'm like an actual guy who shows his face, gives my actual opinion. I do the editing myself. I make the thumbnails myself. So I do it all myself. And so if I make a shitty thumbnail, that's on me. If I have a shitty title, that's on me. Whereas everybody else now has got AI making their thumbnail, AI making their titles, fucking they're buying boosts for their videos so that their videos right out of the gate when they hit publish have like 5,000 views right away. Have you ever noticed some of these channels have like 5,000 views like instantly right when they publish a video? Some of these channels I look and they've got less comments than me. So I'll see channels with 500,000 subs and they'll have a video with fucking 500,000 views. And then I look and there's like 800 comments. And then I'm like, dude, one of my last videos got around almost 800 comments. And I'm nowhere near 500,000 views. So I feel like some of these channels are like boosting their shit artificially to the point where like maybe almost all their engagement might even be fake, So then I got to be happy with what I got as real engagement, because a lot of these fucking so-called influencers, a lot of their engagement is hyper inflated, right? Thank you very much, Javid. It's like your second donation of the night. Thanks, buddy. And then I got one from Cleo. Got a super sticker. Looks like I got another one from Javid that just came in. It says the difference though is that you and Ramsey Dewey have very loyal customers. Those big channels don't. Missed my 20 chat. I just noticed that right now, bro. I'll go back and get your last super chat. I just noticed I missed that. I don't even know who Ramsey Dewey is, bro. But yeah, I got my hardcore subscriber base, you know, and I do okay. I do better than a lot of channels, you know what I mean, who are out there struggling. So I can't complain too much, but I can complain a little bit as far as like this platform, like allowing like certain subjects to just fucking explode. And then these new YouTube channels who just sit in their car and fucking complain in the car, and they're getting like 10 times my video view counts, making me feel like I need to go sit in my car and complain a little bit just to see if I can catch the algorithm stroke. See what I mean? Like, it fucks with me. Like, oh, are they optimizing people who sit in their car and complain? Because if so, I'll go sit in my car and complain about some shit that I don't like and try to make it funny and entertaining. So I go sit in my car, complain, and it doesn't get the big view count. You see what? So then I'm like, motherfucker, how are these new channels who were never YouTubers before, and they just become pro YouTubers, and they get 20, 30,000, 100,000 views just bitching about something in the car, and they don't even fucking edit their videos? So I thought, okay, maybe they're trying to like reward this new type of content in your car where you're like being real and not over editing your videos. So then when I try it, doesn't really work for me. Shit like that, dude. It just don't make any fucking sense. So there's certain times with this channel where it's like, dude, if I go back and make a video that I used to make that used to fucking be good, like my old Flat Earth Versus series, I know that won't get a big view count anymore because nobody gives a fuck about Flat Earth content no more, right? And it's not NFL season, so I can't really talk about the NFL. And so if I make a conspiracy video, YouTube will just fucking shadow ban it. And then if I make a fucking video that's not, conspiratorial, like about, rising costs and shit, then hardly anybody wants to watch it. It's like, fuck. Well, I guess I just gotta wait till NFL season to fucking show up so I can tell you fucking football's fucking fake again, huh? I just can't do anything else. And then people will be like, Jake, why don't you just talk about Tartardia? Because if I talk about Tartardia, no one will fucking care. All right. Javid says, this is why you're Jake the asshole. I like the takes. I liked your dating content red pill video. Those other channels are big because they're probably on other outlets, not just YouTube. Oh my God, that's another thing, dude. If I have to go like spend time to post shit on Instagram and X and shit, that's just more time I got to spend online and in front of a fucking computer screen, which takes time away from doing this. So I have a hard enough time figuring out what to do here and the next video to do and getting it done and then posting it and then making the fucking thumbnail and all that shit. I got to do all myself. So then on top of that, for me to like also be on Instagram and fucking X, oh my God, it's overwhelming, dude. And I'm a total stoner. So it's like, I'm going to go smoke a bowl and do that tomorrow sort of thing. Shady Davy D says 450 plus in the chat. Get the likes up for Jake. Hey, I'm bitching and complaining a little bit, but I have a ton of show to get to, so I'm going to shut up. Once I finish reading these super chats, I'm going to get to the next subject, which has nothing to do with what I'm talking about now. So we're going to have a fresh new subject here in just a minute. So do your boy a favor, hit the thumbs up. It'll make me feel better. It'll make me feel a lot better if you just hit the thumbs up. In fact, I'm feeling good already. I can see thumbs up are starting to trickle in. Starting to feel better already as we speak. So we're going to move on here to the next subject. I got some videos that are probably going to trigger some people. Retro Bill says, Jake, even if you had a fake as fuck shill sellout AI channel, it would still be better than most. I mean, think about it as a side hustle. If you had an AI channel bringing you in a passive couple $100 a day, even $50, $100 a day on some stupid AI channel. So I learned that from a channel who's like teaching people how to do it. So basically, yeah, if you just make some celebrity gossip channel, right, and you're just making some AI celebrity gossip shit without your face, once you get it monetized, shit, once you have it all going for you, yeah, imagine it fucking, you know, pumping out money for you on your behalf, and you don't have to put your voice to it, you don't have to put your face to it, you don't even have to enjoy the content. It's just going to basically churn out content and create money for you. So we're going to see more and more people doing this, and we're going to see the internet flooded with fucking AI content, and then stuff like this is going to become outdated, right? It's going to become like a thing of the past, right? I'm going to become like some old fogey old grandpa who still talks to an audience live. Meanwhile, all the cool kids are watching AI content. Very depressing. All right, let's move on to the next video, shall we? So here's one I saw about people shoplifting and then posting it on TikTok and bragging about it. And this is something that never used to happen back in the day, right? People didn't like videotape themselves shoplifting and brag about it online. Not that I was so much aware of, but now people are like brazen enough. They're so starved for attention. They're willing to commit crimes and videotape themselves and then fucking upload it in hopes that they go viral. Any attention is good attention. Sanch30 says, why don't you debate Duffy or Jaron? That video will give you more views than anything. Also, how do you explain South becoming North? Can't be flat. Oh, I've explained all that stuff in my Flat Earth content. So obviously you haven't watched my Flat Earth content. So why don't you go back and watch it? And I've discussed it in a number of streams. So if this is your first time here, Sanch30, Jaron won't debate me because he's a chicken shit shill, and his handlers won't allow him to debate me because I would fucking destroy him by bringing up so many times he lied and contradicted himself. So if you think he'll debate me, why he kicked me off of his Speaker's Corner show, his Speaker's Corner program, where he says he'll allow anybody to speak for 4 minutes. I showed up, started talking for about a minute and a half, and he kicked me off. So what makes you think he would accept the debate from a guy who would expose him and destroy him? He wouldn't. Will Duffy is a shillbag who's completely avoided me this entire time. Will Duffy hasn't so much as said my name or brought me up in any of his videos. And I've made probably 10 different streams and videos altogether exposing the shit out of Will Duffy. So as it stands, I've exposed both those two shillbags to the point where I got bored with it, and there's no more new info going on at the time. So when the new shill documentary comes out, I might do a little segment and re-expose Will Duffy and Jaron again. So yeah, there you go. Thank you for your money, Sanch30. And yeah, as far as South becoming North, like, you obviously have no idea what you're talking about. Keep sucking on those globe balls, globe cuck boy. Thanks for your money, bitch. Let's watch a video about shoplifting in 2025.
Hand is quicker than the eye. She can't resist an opportunity to get something for nothing.
I'm gonna put y'all on a little secret.
I'll take these cards out.
The best time to steal from Walmart is 20 minutes before they close, baby. You know I got it on me. You know that. Look, you're gonna check my receipt. But it's already in the bag, too. Okay. Yeah.
Listen, you beautiful, you small good, you mind, give me $50.
Oh my goodness. No, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm married. You don't even know I just licked their ass.
She just walked out the store like she was Michael Jackson. But meanwhile, she was being recorded by the store stealing, and she was recording herself stealing.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Only in 2025, y'all.
All right. Check it out, y'all. There's going to be a common theme tonight as far as this video is concerned. In another video I'm going to show you. What does somebody notice about this lady? Does anyone notice anything? They used to say tattoos equals bad news. Okay. She's black. Correct. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Ghetto looking tattoos. Exactly. Not even a nice looking tattoo. Just like some trash. Right? And then one more. One more. There's one more that I want you guys to point out. Eyes are too far apart. Close. Here we go. Hair, nails, makeup, fake skin with tattoo, fake body with all that. Yeah. So the fake eyelashes, right? This fucking retarded looking fucking eyelashes. Okay. So this is the type of culture that is posting these type of videos. Now, I know we've only watched one little TikTok clip, but I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. Every fucking TikTok clip of somebody bragging about stealing is a ghetto fabulous black person who seems to be happy with this attention that they're going to get on TikTok. So it's looking like this is more of a black culture thing than anything. So it's like we're going to watch a series of videos where there's not going to be one white person doing this, or one Chinese guy doing this, or one Filipino grandma doing this. So what is it about black culture that's so fucking infatuated with getting attention that they're willing to do something shameless and disgusting, like brag about how you just shoplifted?
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, you're beautiful. You small book. You mind? Give me $50.
Oh my goodness. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm married. You don't even know. I just licked her.
She just.
All right, we'll get to the next one. This one's actually not a black person, so it's funny. But this is actually a channel that I like called Gas Station Encounters. And this is a gas station that sets up they have their camera set up, and then anytime someone steals, they make a video doing a voiceover, and then they show the confrontation where they confront the person who steals. So this is a funny channel. Shout out to Gas Station Encounters.
Cameras, got to make sure those are dummy cameras and that they're not really watching you.
The difference is this guy right here isn't posting this on TikTok and bragging about it. That's the difference. So the white guy will steal something but not brag about it and try and get away with it discreetly. Whereas the brazen black chick wants to become a TikTok star by showing off that she's a thief to the world.
Yeah, before you even consider stealing a chocolate milk. One more time. Oops, I meant two more times. Now he's going to hide behind the vitamin water cooler and he's going to start shoving that chocolate milk into his pocket. Oh yeah, I'm in the clear. Still good to steal this chocolate milk. Oh, maybe I'm not in the clear. Maybe I should come over here and steal it further away from the counter. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oh yeah, I'm good. Oh yeah, I'm totally good. Definitely gonna get away with stealing this chocolate milk. Now, what is the cheapest beverage I can buy so that they think I'm a paying customer? And
I had a super chat roll by a while ago. Let me go back and get it. So check it out. They got this dude on camera sticking the chocolate milk in his pants. And now he's going to try and find something else to buy so that he looks like he's a paying customer. Very sneaky. These criminals think they're so fucking smart. Like, hey, if I buy something, they'll never suspect that I stole. All right, we'll watch the exciting conclusion of this video here in just a second. I got a super chat that came in from Retro Bill. Said, got to give Jaron credit for being fake as fuck shill without even using AI. Bro, Jaron is circling the toilet bowl. The next thing he's going to do, I'm not even kidding, is a nonstop live stream where he's going to like try and get a certain amount of members to join his memberships because he's lost so many subs and viewers that his channel's not making any money anymore. So now he's going to do a nonstop stream just talking shit about flat earthers and being a total globe cuck for as long as he can so he can get a certain number of memberships. I'll bet you that's going to devolve into the worst Jaron content ever. And he's going to have probably at one point less than 100 people watching. Mark my words, dude. If he drags that stream out longer than 12 hours, it's going to get to the point where it's fucking like maybe less than 50 people watching. It'll be god awful. So he's talking about doing like a 24-hour straight live stream, which is going to be the worst thing that ever happened. So his channel is officially circling the toilet bowl to the point where I don't even need to make fun of him anymore because he's basically gone the way of the dodo bird already. All right. Thank you very much, Retro Bill. All right. Let's get to this exciting conclusion where they confront this dude for stealing a chocolate milk. A fucking chocolate milk.
Not a thief. I got $1.25 in quarters. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to go with an Arnold Palmer. So he makes his way up to the counter, and he's going to set down that Arnold Palmer. That is $1.06 after tax. So
he buys the Arizona iced tea lemonade half and half Arnold Palmer because it's only $1.25. But then he steals the Nestle Quick chocolate milk. Who the fuck wants a Nestle Quick chocolate milk that bad that they're willing to fucking like steal it, but still pay for the fucking sweet tea? Like what a fucking horse shit fucking petty ass crime, right?
He busts out his quarters, 25, 50, 75, $1, $1.25. There you go. And you know what? Keep the change. I don't need it. And it looks like he just got away with the free chocolate milk. All right, what'd you steal? What'd you steal, dumb? I just caught you on camera stealing. You want to watch the cameras?
No.
Yeah, come on inside. Let's go. Yeah, what'd you steal? Milk?
Nothing. I didn't steal
Yeah,
nothing.
you're a thief.
I literally just bought a damn tube.
And you stole a milk, dumb. Yeah, you did.
What? I didn't steal nothing. As he's walking back into the store, well, I didn't steal nothing. I just totally bought a juice. And I like how this guy's like, who confronts him's like, yeah, you fucking stole a milk, you dumb shit. Yeah, you fucking stole the milk, stupid dumb motherfucker. Like, he's not letting him off the hook. He's letting him fucking have it. And this is what should happen to everyone who does this shit. Everyone should get confronted and embarrassed and put on blast like this. And you notice how he's embarrassed about it, but he's still acting dumb, like he doesn't know. But at the same time, he's walking back in the store.
Hey, where'd you get the milk from? Thief. Piece of huge.
How much is it?
Hurry up, $1.89.
Let me get my card real quick.
No doubt, he's not coming back.
So the cashier says, hurry up, $1.89, dumb fuck. And then he goes, I'm going to go get my money out of the car. And then he fucking walks out because you know he didn't have enough. So good. So yeah, you can see stuff like that on gas station encounters. Jay Lewis says, can you do a video on industry plants on love Inch's future. There is people out there nowhere having a big influence on kids. Love Inch's future. Industry plants on a Love Inch's future. God, dude, you confused me. I don't know what you mean when you say Love Inch's future. That part has me confused. I can do a video about certain industry plants, but there's too many of them for me to just do one on industry plants as a whole. Because, you know, Tupac was an industry plant. You know, fucking Mike Tyson was an industry plant. You know, I can go on and on and on. So there's so many industry plants across the board. You know what I mean? From music to movies to news to fucking influencers to whatever. So I could do, you know, one on certain different guys. Like I have done a video on Andrew Tate. It was probably a few years ago. But yeah, there's so many industry plants, bro. I'd have to do it more on one specific guy rather than industry plants as a whole. I still don't know what you mean by Love Inch's future. Is that like the name of a channel? Oh, look who showed up. A loser who can't get any fucking views. Hi, I'm King Steven. I'm gonna go show up to Jake's channel because nobody likes to watch my channel because I'm a fucking fat lop loser. Hi, I'm King Steven. I've never had 500 people watching me before. So I'm going to go over and troll Jake's channel. He's a diamond. He's a demon. Why are you triggered right now? You're so triggered. Look how triggered he is. He's so triggered. Fat loser ass Steven. What are you doing here? You fucking stupid fat lop. Why do you care what I'm doing so much? Go continue your 12-hour fat lop streams where you stream about me and other fucking shit for nobody. You loser. He's a diamond. Look at his eyes. He's a diamond. You can see it in his eyes. Look at how triggered he is. Look at how triggered he is. Sanity machine. Fat lop ass loser. Get lost. Some of the fucking loserous bitches come over and try and troll me because they're so fucking jealous that nobody watches them. So they think if they come over here and talk shit, that my audience is going to go start supporting them or something. That's never worked for fucking anybody. Fat lop ass loser. RL says, what the fuck up, Jakester? Oh, nothing much. Streaming. You know how I do. Doing my stream thing. Jay Lewis coming in with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Jay Lewis. Coming in with some super sticker love. And then another new one from Jay Lewis about the industry plants. Maybe it'll clear things up about my confusion. It said, meant do a live on industry plants in 2025, maybe top 5 or 10 who has influence on kids. Oh, for sure. So like at the top of that list would be guys like fucking Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Mr. Beast. Like just cringy people who my audience is like, my audience hates hearing anything about, Logan Paul or Mr. Beast. Just saying their names, people are going to be like, no, I already know I hate them, Jake. So most of my audience already knows Mr. Beast is a fucking plant. So me being like, hey, you guys, did you know Mr. Beast is an industry plant? Yeah, Hollywood and these old school celebrities, they're dying. So now they have to prop up these new celebrities through the form of streaming on social media and making videos on YouTube. And so now they've created new industry plants in the form of Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and Penguin Zero and whatnot. Understand? My audience is going to be like, duh, we already fucking knew that. So my audience is typically really hip to all this shit already. So I'm not trying to make content that my audience is just going to be like, duh, we know, right? The only time that works is if I'm telling people football's fake. They already know football's fake, but they want me to continue showing them examples. That's like the only thing I can keep repeating over and over again that consistently works. Anything else, I'm just preaching to the choir. All right. But I could probably do a bit of an expose on some of their shit. Like, I think there's another fake fight that's going to come up with Jake Paul. So perhaps I could expose how Jake Paul's going to have another fake fight soon. And then maybe we could figure out who's going to win that. Try and get out in front of it before it happens. But yeah, there might be something that I could do. You know, those names might draw some eyeballs. Oh, another one. I Show Speed. That fucking annoying black kid. Total industry plant. The I Show Speed kid. If you look at like the amount of subscribers that showed up and the amount of people that just started following him like within like a year, it's like there's no way, unless you have people backing you, that that's going to happen just because you're some fucking black kid who streams and acts like a retard. If there's anyone here who watches I Show Speed, you're fucking supporting an industry plant fucking retard. Stop it. All right. Yeah, he's fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I looked at the odds and it was heavily in favor of Jake Paul, which leads me to believe they're going to have a Jake Paul win decisively, maybe by stoppage, like TKO or something. I don't really think that Chavez Jr. is going to agree to get like completely knocked out unconscious, but perhaps he'll agree to have like the ref step in and stop it in the later rounds. So I'm thinking because Jake Paul won by decision against Tyson last time, that this next time, in order to make it look good, they'll have him win very decisively. That's kind of my guess, because the odds on Chavez Jr. are almost too high. Like they want you to fucking put your money on Chavez Jr. with the odds, because it was like last time I looked, it was like minus 650 for Logan Paul and like plus 400 something for Chavez. And I was like, dude, plus 400 sounds like they're trying to bait people into taking the underdog. So they'll probably have Jake Paul win that next fight decisively. All right. Make sure I don't miss any more super chats, and then we'll move on. Oh, looks like I did. Looks like I totally did. Yeah, it looks like Holden says I missed one from him. My bad, dude. I'm going to go back and try and catch up right now. Saw one from Kevin Arnold come in too. Kevin Arnold with a super sticker. Kevin Arnold from the Wonder Years. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on Winnie Cooper? All right. I'm just kidding. He's not from the Wonder Years. I read that one. All right. Son of Beast said, support your boy Jake for speaking truth, spread love. I agree. Who else did I miss? Kevin Arnold. Jason G. Lewis. One sec. Trying to go back and find the old super chats. Retro Bill. All right. Thanks, Holden, for sending the super chat. It was way back a long time ago, so I don't want to have to scroll back all the way. So I'll just thank you for sending the super chat. You didn't have a message attached to it. So, all right. And then there was one sent in by the Fat Lop Loser who came here trying to troll me. He thinks if he sends me a super chat that I'm going to like promote his channel. Doesn't work that way, you fat lop ass loser. King Steven. Hi, I'm King Steven. I like to stream for 30 people. I'm going to send Jake the asshole a super chat and promote myself. He's a diamond. Ah, good times. Sanch 30 said calling everything fake won't convince anyone. Really? Because my audience agrees with me. So if you're some globe cuck who likes to hang out and sniff Micktoon farts, or you like to drink the jizz of Simon Dan, you might think that all I do is just call stuff fake and that nobody's convinced. But it's quite the opposite. So when I say that the NFL games are fake, that it's pretend football, I'm not just convincing men who've watched football their whole lives that I'm right. I'm convincing them beyond a shadow of a doubt to where they're thanking me and then supporting me from that point onward as loyal subscribers. So I would argue that the amount of men who I've convinced that football's fake beyond a shadow of a doubt, who've become loyal subscribers of mine, is in the tens of thousands. Come next football season, they're going to show up again to prove my point. So I convinced tens of thousands of men who loved the NFL that it's fake, and now they no longer love it the way they do. And I've also made videos about how space is fake, and my audience here would agree. My audience would also agree that most of the news is fake. So most of the people here watching me agree with me, right? So you're watching a man who's working right now, getting paid, even by you, to entertain people who most of which agree with my takes. So most everyone here agrees with me. And then there's like 10 shitbags who are jealous of me and wish they had a crowd this awesome and wish that they could do this for a living. But they can't because they're fucking lop-ass losers. And they're here trying to drag everyone down with stupid bullshit. It's not going to work. So thanks for your money again, Sanch 30. But there's a lot of fake stuff being perpetrated by the government, by the mainstream media, and by fucking liars online. And I rightfully call their bullshit out as being fake. And that's why I have a loyal audience here watching me right now. Imagine people who dislike you sending you money so that they could disagree with you. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. Did I catch up on super chats? Oh, it looks like I had one from N1 Ballers that said you should do a meet and greet for your Cali fans. So N1 Ballers, I see your super chat from way back. So as far as doing a meetup goes for Cali fans, I don't know where to do the meetup because California is a big, gigantic state. So it's like, I don't know if I drive down to like Southern California, then only people in Southern California will probably show up because it's such a big state that it's not easy for people who live in Northern California to just make a 6-hour drive to fucking LA. Like seriously, it'll take me 6 hours, 7 hours to get to LA from here. So that's where the most people are, is in Southern California. But even I would have to drive a long way. So if I do one here where I live in Sacramento, then anyone who lives in Southern California, they would have to trek, 7-8 hours to come up to Sacramento. So it wouldn't be as easy as everyone in Cali being able to show up because it's such a gigantic state. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a long time to get from one of these major cities to the other, if you haven't noticed. So I haven't done a meetup in a while. So perhaps maybe this summer or this fall, I could maybe set up a meetup. I have done meetups before and I do like them. I just haven't done one in a while. So thank you, And1 Ballers, for your super chat that I missed from a while back. All right. And Critical Stinking. I missed another one from Critical Stinking. Said, first super chat that I've sent in a while, or first super chat I've ever sent. You're a good guy, Jake. So thank you very much, Critical Thinking, for that super chat. I think I'm almost caught up now on all these super chats. Here was the one by And1 Ballers. Yeah. And Critical Thinking. There we go. All right, let me catch up on the new super chats now. And I really appreciate all the support, guys. Sometimes when I have to sit here for 10 straight minutes reading super chats, like, some people might not like that, I have to sit here and go through all the super chats, but I really appreciate the support. It's the support from you guys that, helps me do this for a living, keeps me in business. So thank you very much. Son of Beast says support. I think I read that one. All right. Let me go back and read these new super chats. Okay. RL says, Dirty Sanchez got nothing on you. Dirty Sanchez. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Bro Sanchez? Hey, this Bro Sanchez, I like to talk real slow. I be thinking that Jaren is a shield. I don't know if Jaren be a shield or not, but I be thinking that maybe he be a shield. You guys like to watch Bro the Slow Sanchez do his slow stream. The elites be doing rituals. They'd be knowing things that we don't be knowing. Yeah. I can't watch. I don't know if that's who you're talking about when you say Dirty Sanchez, but man, Bro Sanchez sure does suck. That's another fucking shill channel. Dirty Sanchez, got nothing on you. All right, I think I've caught up. Oh, one from Son of Beast about me talking about other YouTubers and how he doesn't like it. All right. It's like I got a criticism super chat coming in. Jake, I don't like it when you talk about other people. Just talk about stuff instead of other people from now on. No, I'm probably just going to keep doing whatever I'm doing from now on and forever. I got one last super chat to catch up on, and then we'll get back into this shoplifting video. Here it was from Son of Beast. I always wish you would talk about anything except for other YouTubers. Sorry, bro. Keep wishing. I'm on YouTube. Other YouTubers do stuff that I deem worthy of reacting to. And I can't just make videos about the fake news. There's other stuff happening in the world. So, for instance, last stream, I got the most views, the most watchers when I talked about Frank Tufano's fucking eyes being all messed up. When I showed Frank Tufano's fucked up eyes, I peaked out at the most people watching. There was the most people watching when I talked about another YouTuber. Sorry. Got to do what I got to do. But thanks for the super chat anyway, Son of Beast. But it's a false dream. It is a false dream. I love focus on real world stuff that affects us all. Yeah, well, here's the thing. There's only so much stuff that affects us all. And then there's other stuff that just gets views and engages people and entertains people. And so if I talk about Frank Tufano's fucked up eyes for 20, 30 minutes, and the most people watch when I do that, what do you want me to do, bro? Talk about shit that makes less people watch just for you? How about I talk about stuff that nobody wants to fucking watch so that I get 0 people watching and make no money? Would that be a good idea? See? I wish it wasn't like that, but that's the way it is. All right. RL says, I caught your side profile and your honker is large. Are you J-ish? Is it really that big? I don't think I have that big of a nose. And no, I'm not. I'm a non-religious kid who grew up with non-religious parents and went to public school and didn't care or think about religion or God or any of that at all. And so, nope, not J-ish or anything. I was just some public school TV watching fucking sheep who busted out of the Matrix around 2014. And then in 2016, I started making content. So now somebody with even like a slightly above average size nose, now you got to ask them if they're a J. Your nose is slightly big. Are you a freaking J, bro? Well, at least you sent a super chat when you asked the question. Kyle Vickery says, you need to look at cathedrals being ancient power plants for cities and nothing to do with worshiping. Could be, with stuff like that, like old buildings that, were somehow built long ago, or showed up at the World Fair, Tartaria, mud flood ruins, all that type of stuff. I find it very interesting, but it leaves me with more questions than answers. And I can't prove any stuff like that. So when it comes to ancient anything, I can't personally like prove what really happened in ancient times or what they're covering up for sure. So as far as like ancient ruins and ancient buildings and current buildings that there's no way that they could have built that with the technology that they say they built it with back then, all stuff like that, I find it fascinating as all hell. I just can't tell you exactly how the hell they did it. So I'm stuck with more questions than answers. So that's why I don't make content about stuff like that. And I don't try and propose that I know why the buildings, are melted mountains, or these ancient buildings were, built by, ancient technology, or this or that or the other. I couldn't tell you exactly what happened. And anything that happened like before I was born is all totally questionable. History is full of lies. That's why it's his story. And the person telling his story is a fucking liar. Thank you very much, Kyle Wickery. Another super chat from Suzette Ann says, Jake, I love it when you bag on other people. It's funny. Well, I would just stay on topic, but then sometimes like trolls show up and they want to like try and bring me down with their negativity, with their troll comments. So then, I'll take a few minutes and call them out, call them names, bag on them for a while. And then there's other channels that just, like I've seen recently maybe that piss me off, that are on my mind, that I feel like venting about. So it can all just depend. You guys know there's certain streams where I'll like bitch about Jaren being a shill like the entire stream. And then there's other streams where I'll talk about 4 or 5 other things that have nothing to do with Jaren or shills at all. So my channel really is one of those variety channels where you never know exactly what you're going to get, and each stream's going to be different, and each video is different. So, sometimes I goof off a lot, and then other times I'm serious. So it can all just depend. Some people like me goofing off and singing silly songs more so than when I'm serious. And then there's other people who are like, dude, quit with all the antics and just get serious for a while, man. So there's no way for me to please everybody all the time, right? So all I can do is please some of the people, hopefully most of the time. All right. RL says, you're a great sport, Jake, and you make me laugh my ass off. Loyal supporter. Thank you. Cheers, man. Thank you very much, RL. That's multiple donations tonight. So I really do appreciate the support coming in on the channel. And looks like I got someone here who I don't know if I've ever seen donate. Says, from Entwin the Design, I don't recognize the channel name, says, I don't know if someone's asked already, but are you a believer in Jesus Christ, and do you believe he's the only way to our Creator? I am not a religious man. I am not a subscriber to any religion. There are Christians, however, who do follow this channel. So I do have a fairly big fan base who consider themselves Christian. I just don't consider myself Christian, Muslim, or any of that. And I don't consider myself an atheist either. So I believe we are created. I believe this place is created by something. I just don't know by what or for what exact reason. And I'm not the type of guy to just have blind faith that it's Jesus Christ and that the Bible's 100% true. And I have to go with that, or else I'm going to burn in hell. So I don't subscribe to that way of thinking. And so I'm open to any and all beliefs, and anyone's free to believe whatever they want to believe. I just don't subscribe to any religion because I mainly feel like all the religions are made up by men, and all the religious books are written by men. And I think that the reason is to control the minds of men. So I'm not trying to be a part of something that was created to control my mind. So I like to keep my mind open and clear and free. And I'm a guy who was created for reasons that I do not know why. And I walk around in this hellish / heavenish realm wondering why in the fuck I'm here and what is the purpose of this place. And maybe one day when I die or something, it'll be revealed to me. Who knows? Maybe when I die, Jesus Christ will reveal himself to me. And then I will be like, oh, okay, cool. But that isn't the case right now. All right. See, like for instance, Rocky here is a hardcore Bible guy. He's a Jesus Christ guy, right? And he watches my channel, and he's met me in person, and he's come on here and talked when I've opened up the panel. And so there's people who do follow me who are hardcore Christians, but you know, I'm totally honest with my audience. You know, I don't know who created this place or why. All right. Critical Stinking says, Cole Robinson sugar diet. What do you think? I would stay away from sugar diet. I was thinking of making a video about that because I saw this one dude, his channel's called Skeleton City, and he looks like he's going to die soon. He looks like a freaking skeleton, just skin and bones. And he's bragging about how he feels so wonderful on the all sugar diet. Guys, sugar diet, you're supposed to eat protein. You're supposed to eat fat. How do you think that your ancient ancestors survived who like hunted animals? What do you think an animal has inside? Sugar? No, an animal has protein and fat inside of it. Any sugar that you found, like as far as fruits, that would be supplement to your meat. You would hope that you could catch a fish or kill an animal of some kind and eat the meat, drink the blood, eat the fat, eat the organs. That's how you would stay alive. Protein, animal protein, sustains life. Plants, that's supplemental to the life-sustaining animal fat and animal protein. Sugars, yeah, your body converts like carbs into sugars and whatnot. But you should be running mostly and getting your energy mostly, at least in my opinion anyway. You can do what you want. But in my opinion, you should be getting your energy from fat and protein. And then what little carbs you do have, that's also going to be your energy source as well. But you don't want to overload on carbs because carbs turn to sugar. And you don't want to overload on sugar because your body requires in order to be healthy, that you get an adequate amount of protein and fat. And there's been a bunch of disinformation about animal fat will make you fat, which is totally not the case. So a lot of people avoid animal fat because they think it'll make them fat. Whereas eating a bunch of carbs and then your body turning it to sugar, right? And then that's how a lot of people end up getting fat. All right. Thank you, Critical Thinking. All right, let me make sure I'm getting caught up on super chats here. Supergrass, Cole Robinson, sugar diet. Okay, here's a super chat that I almost missed that's talking about a couple other channels, and I'm going to give my opinion about these other channels. And then you guys can tell me what you think as well. Nika Tromus says, credible channels like Tim Osman. Oh, really? Is that his name? His name is Tim Osman? Is that his real name? Levette and Jurassic Liars are calling out 6/11 as PSYOP Day. Could be 9/11 times 150, only 2 weeks away. Bro, Jurassic Liars guy calls that out every year and gets it wrong every year. So if for the last 5 years you said there's going to be a major PSYOP deal go down or a major event go down on June 11th, and then it doesn't happen, and then you go, oh, I mean next year. At what point does that make you full of shit? So yeah, he said that last year and the year before, if I'm not mistaken. And as far as Tim Osman, yeah, Infinite Plane Radio, Infinite Plane Society, he says that no planes spray anything in the sky. He says that geoengineering isn't really happening. And he says that anyone who believes in geoengineering is basically falling for the government version of climate change. So Tim will say that no planes spray anything and the weather doesn't get manipulated. And that weather manipulation, as conspiracy theorists say, it's basically fake and it's a made-up conspiracy theory. That's Tim's stance. There's a reason why people don't like Tim who watch my channel, and that's because he fucking says that planes don't ever spray anything. Oh yeah, and he doesn't use a real name, and he has fucking a bunch of Masonic shit on his channel. So he's like an open Mason, has Masonic ties. Come on, bro. There's a reason why some people don't choose to follow that guy. It's because he's not that credible. My name's Jacob Gibson. Is his name Tim Osman? No, it's not. There's another guy who called himself Tim Osman, who was like his enemy online. Some globe guy would call himself Tim Osman. Tim Osman, Tim Osman. Similarity, right? With duality, because they were both different, had different opinions. They would both be enemies and they would both be friends, right? Come on, bro. Thanks for your money, but there's a reason why I don't invite him on my channel. It's because he's not credible. I would invite Tim on my channel if I trusted him, but I don't trust him. Don't trust him at all. And then that Jurassic guy, yeah, dude, he said that last year on 6/11, there was like the Space Needle was going to come down and there was going to be an attack on Seattle or something. And he got it wrong. Big nothing burger. In fact, he's done that multiple times and it's always been a nothing burger. RL says, have you thought about a stand-up tour? Would be great. There's issues that arise with doing live shows. Like I have to figure out the venues where I would make it happen. So I'd have to go online and just figure out these venues. And I'd have to do a bunch of research to try and find a proper venue that's going to allow a guy like me in a fringe crowd, right? Because if, I can't just insert myself on a regular comedy gig because my shit's not going to be like the other comedians. And my audience is going to be different. So trying to like insert myself on somebody else's comedy show might not go so well. And then me having to plan the entire fucking deal and travel to get to these spots. I've never been to these venues. See what I'm saying? So for me to book myself at a bar in Denver, you know what I mean, that I've never been to, it's tricky. So I would need help. And then like, I don't know who I'm supposed to have help me with this. It would be somebody who I've never met, and then I would have to trust them to help me. So setting all this shit up would require so many hours. And then the logistics of like promoting it. You know what I mean? I'd have to do a bunch of streams to promote. Oh, I'm going to be here on this exact day at this exact time, right? And then I'd have to charge like ticket prices and shit. And then I'd have to hope that enough of you guys showed up that it would be worth my while. If only fucking 20 people showed up or whatever, and I was hoping for more like 50, you know what I mean? Then I might not make enough money to cover my travel expenses just to fucking get there. So the logistics of me just driving, you know, a couple hundred miles somewhere, 1,000 miles somewhere, it means I got to burn up tanks and tanks of gas to get there. And then I got to have, you know, food and accommodations while I'm there. So just the money spent to travel, it's getting so expensive that I would have to have like guaranteed amount of money from like you guys paying for tickets or like the venue paying me. And that's where the issue comes in. So the thing about me doing what I'm doing here, you got a front row ticket to see me. You can just watch for as long as you want. You can watch the replay whenever you feel like it. You can send me a super chat. I read it live. So the difference with doing this is like, I don't have to leave my office. I don't have to spend money to go to a gig. I can get paid to do it right here from my office. The minute I have to leave this office and go to Las Vegas or Denver or Phoenix or wherever, means I got to put hours on the freeway. I got to put money in the gas tank to get there. And so that means I have to make that money back just to break even, and then make money on top of that just to profit. See the logistical nightmare it becomes? So having to do, you know, a tour, it sounds fun. And if I could have help and have shows set up with like another comedian or two to where we had guaranteed dates and guaranteed money, guaranteed crowds, it would be great. But having to figure it out all my fucking self, that's always the problem. I'm one dude. I'm just a dude. Now I have to call up places I've never been to on the East Coast and try and plan what dates I'm going to be there and then make sure that I get there. You know, see what I'm saying? So doing a show live in front of you guys, you know, some of my best bits and then playing some bass and whatever, it would be fun. The logistics of the travel is the hard part. And then what? I got the dog too. So I got to bring the dog. See what I mean? Now I have to have the dog come with me. So now I have to have like, you know, a place to keep the dog while I'm performing and you know what I mean? Now I have to have a hotel. Oh, fuck. See what I'm saying? So the bill racks up real fast. That's why it costs so much to go watch bands play. That's why touring bands are charging so damn much. It's the logistics of travel. But yeah, you know, I used to do stand-up shows back in the day and stuff, and it is fun to perform live. But this is the next best thing, is doing it like this, you know? Oh my God, you guys, I hit pause on this video so long ago, and we've just been doing super chats and me talking for like probably an hour or so. It's been so long since we were watching this video. I should probably just get rid of it, huh? For now. Probably just get rid of it and we'll just come back to it. Got a few more super chats coming in from Nev Solt. Says, hey Jake, I'm black and Lily Gladys can have a channel about how much she likes the N-word and doesn't like blacks, and she gets views. You say the N-word and get defunded. YouTube exposed. Bro, it's one word. If I say the N-word and put an A on the end, and I say it while I'm rapping a gangster rap song. So if I sing an Ice Cube song or a Snoop Dogg song or a Tupac song, and I rap the actual lyrics that were written by the actual black man, they will demonetize my stream. One word. And you know what other word does it? The bundle of sticks word used as a slang for gay people. If you use the bundle of sticks word, even while telling a joke or in a friendly, funny way, nope. So I was doing an Elmo versus Rocky impression. Elmo versus Sylvester Stallone, basically, impression. And while I was doing an Elmo impression, I said, Elmo is gonna beat your retarded Philadelphia. And I said the bundle of sticks word in Elmo's voice. Demonetize my stream. They let me say like almost whatever I want. Like I get away with saying almost anything anymore. Even shit I'm surprised that they'll let ads play here, right? But if I say that bundle of sticks word or the N word once in fucking 3 hours, once, no ads. Why? Right? I could see if I was bagging on black people and calling them a bunch of N words. But if I'm asked to sing a rap song in an Indian accent, and then the N word comes out while I'm in an Indian accent, rapping a song written by a black dude, I'm obviously not doing anything that's harming anyone or hurting anyone's feelings. But nope, they don't care. The transcript picks it up, bam, automatically demonetized. So yeah, I've only had 2 streams in the past, like, I don't know, 20, 30 streams or so get demonetized. And it was when I accidentally said the bundle of sticks word and when I rapped the N word. Only 2 streams that got demonetized. That's how I know. That's how I know for a fact. And it's written in the community guidelines if you actually go check. Retro Built said, Jake, credible people predict that 611, the rich elites dump their stocks, tank the market, deposit 1 trillion directly into bank account. Yet people predict stuff all the time, and then when it doesn't happen, then they just move the goalposts back. Oh, I mean 7-Eleven. Oh, I mean it's going to be a repeat of 9/11. Oh, no, I mean 10/11, 11/11, 12/11, 1/11. All right, next time something fucking happens on the 11th, I predicted it. But it might happen on one of the other days. So if something happens on the 11th, just so you know, I predicted it. But if it happens on any other day, because that might also be possible, I predicted that too. So if anything happens on any day, just remember, Jake the Asshole was the first to predict it. See how that works? Izzy Tech says, checking in late, mini Trump and Elon impression. Well, it looks like I got a few people asking me to do impressions. I think one guy asked me to do the Trump song. Let me go. I missed a super chat. Let me go back. There's a guy that wants me to sing the Trump song. So before I do a Trump impression, let me go back and hit the Trump song. And then I will get right back to your super chat in a second, Izzy Tech. All right. Okay. Jake, this one's coming in from AJ Native. Jake, will you do Trump YMCA song for good friend Simone? Not sure where she is tonight. She is why I'm watching. Oh, you like Simone, huh? What, you like her pretty profile picture? Is that it? Yeah, Simone is a sweetheart. You know, sometimes people can't make every stream. So sometimes Simone will show up the next day and leave a super chat donation in the comment section because she misses a stream or whatever. So sometimes people have other plans. You know, I can't expect everybody to be here for every single stream. Although some of you guys are such hardcore fans. It's like you do show up for every stream. But hey, from time to time, people are going to miss streams, you know. So I always hope that if you miss a stream, you just go back and watch the replay. So I'm not sure where she is tonight, but she'll probably catch the replay and she might even show up in the comments tomorrow. Who knows? So I'll go ahead and fulfill your request and start by saying, doot, 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 doot. It's fun to stay at freaking YMCA. My favorite song is freaking YMCA. Yay. Because they've got young men there. And you know I love young men. I like to hang out with all the boys. Young men. You know that I love young men. So I'll go there to the YMCA. It makes me happy when I do my little dance. So I think I'll go down to the everybody now. It's fun to stay at freaking YMCA. My favorite freaking song is always YMCA. Yay. Because they've got young men there and I can do my gay dance. I like to hang out with all the boys because MAGA goes to the YMCA. It makes me happy. Makes me feel so freaking gay when I go there to the YMCA. It makes me feel so freaking gay. Ooh, yes, it does when I do my freaking dance at freaking YMCA. All right, there you go. There you go. The gayest song ever. I took one of the gayest songs and I turned it into the gayest song ever. Right? It was already pretty gay, the YMCA song. And then I just turned the gay knob up to 11 and then broke the knob off. Whatever that means. I had one more that came in before this asking me to do an impression from RL. It says, can you do Elmo pumping Rocky impression? Pumping Rocky impression?
All right, you Philadelphia freak. I just beat your ass, and now I'm gonna make you my bitch. I'm gonna pump you full of Elmo's jizz. Get down on your knees right now, you retarded walkie.
Hey, Elmo, take it easy or not. Just because you beat me in a fight doesn't mean you need to bend me over and fill me up with your Elmo jizz, I don't think Adrian would appreciate it if you, bend me over and start, fucking me in my ass,
You really want me to do this? You really want this to happen? Because it's about to happen.
Elmo wants you to bend over right now, walkie. Bend over, because Elmo's gonna come inside right now.
All right, Elmo, I'm going to undo my pants, but I'm going to need you to take it easy, all right? You already beat me up worse than Apollo, so take it easy on my asshole, all right?
Elmo's gonna take it as hard as Elmo wants it. Nobody tells Elmo what to do with Walkie's ass. Understand?
All right, this is getting too freaky. It started to get too nasty and demonic. I just can't do it anymore. I was about to actually have Elmo penetrate Rocky, and I just had to stop myself. That's as far as we're going to let that go. That's as much as you get for a $2 super chat. Now, if you'd have sent me 200, I'd have went full blow and had Elmo hump Rocky until he came. But since it was only $2, I had to stop short. Oh, the laughing emojis are coming in now, aren't they? Oh, man. Yeah, do you guys remember a while ago we were watching a shoplifting video? And then you motherfuckers just started sending me super chats. And then it just never stopped. Elmo pumping Rocky. Jesus. All right. Last but not least, we had somebody just asking for a Trump and Elon impression, I believe. And then I think we're caught up. I actually think we're caught up on super chats after I read this next one. And then we can actually watch the rest of that video. All right. Izzy Tech says, checking in late, mini Trump and Elon impression. Mini Trump?
All right, let me tell you something. You want mini Trump? That's too bad. I can only give you big Trump. I'm a big guy. I have a big kid. We're a big family. This is a wonderful country. There's no way you're getting mini Trump. I don't do mini anything, all right? Go ahead and ask China about mini Trump. Go ahead and ask China how that worked out for them. Ever since I put these tariffs in place, you see China crumbling. China is on their knees begging me to release the tariffs. Of course, once I bend them over, I'll have them right where I want them. You're going to see the price of everything start to fall drastically. What Joe Biden did to this country, he damn near ruined this country. And as you all know, I'm hard at work fixing the country. I don't know if you noticed, but I took the price of eggs and I turned it down. There's an egg price knob. And because I love all of you so much, this is the greatest country that there ever was. And you are the greatest people of the greatest country. I took the egg price knob and I turned it down just for you. Joe Biden, he was trying to ruin this wonderful economy. The price of eggs were, quite frankly, just through the roof. He turned the egg price knob up way too high. So what I did was I turned the egg price knob down. This is what I was doing to fix the economy. The first thing I did when I showed up, I was like, wow, that egg price knob, it really needs to come down. So he turned it down just for you. Next thing we're going to be doing, implementing Trumptricity into all of your lovely homes. Of course, we had Elon helping out in government, but didn't go too well. We had to get rid of Elon. We had to send him packing. If you've noticed, Elon and I, we're no longer BFFs. We're no longer butt fucking friends forever. No. Elon was, of course, standing beside me. He was my shadow for several months, but my numbers began to plummet. My approval rating began to tank, quite frankly. So we had to get rid of Elon. We had to send him home. We had to get rid of him. Well, that's not true. People were quite frankly, they were burning my Tesla plants, and it was a true shock to our system and a true threat to democracy. I make these calls so that people can get from one place to the other, and it really does destroy our democracy as a whole if you ought to defame or defile my Teslas. They really are the best vehicles that money can buy. There you go. I don't do the best Elon. My Elon needs some work, but I do the best Trump, right? There you go, Izzy Tech. Whew. Good times. RL says, oh, I already ran. Trump pumping Elon on the car he sent to space. Wow. You really like to have these world stage characters get homoerotic with each other, don't you? Let me tell you something, Elon. My approval rating, it's been going down quite drastically, so we're going to need to do something. We're going to need to get rid of you. We can't have you seen with me in the public eye every day like we've been doing. People are getting sick of seeing us together, so we're going to have to separate. But before we go, there's something I'm going to need you to do for me. I'm going to need you to go over there and bend over your rosy red Tesla. I'm going to need you to bend over on that same Tesla that you used to dupe the people at home that you went to space. You know which one I'm talking about. Elon, I don't know any other way to put this. I want to fuck you on your cherry red roadster. That's right. The same roadster that you used to dupe everybody. That's the one. I want to fuck your sweet ass on your cherry red roadster. And here's the thing, Elon, you don't have a choice in the matter. You're going to do exactly as I say. You're going to do exactly what I say. And you're going to do it right now. Otherwise, you're fired. It sounds like a threat to democracy as a whole if I was to decline your offer. And I'll be glad to bend over my cherry red roadster if you could please promote my Cybertrucks just one last time, if you will. No deal. Bend over now. I'm going to give it to you right now on the cherry red roadster. I'm going to pump you full of my happy jizzy juice. You're going to like it. You're going to love it. You're going to want some more of it. But then we're done. We're no longer BFFs forever. I'm going to go my separate way. You're going to go your separate way. All right? All right. That's as far as I want to take that one. I don't actually want to start making grunt noises. Like, I don't actually want to make sounds of Trump having sex with Elon. And I noticed that we're losing live viewers the more that this goes on. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that, RL. Hopefully that was enough to fulfill your homoerotic fantasies. Just kidding. Or am I? Lemming in a shiny metal box says, Sir Jake, pleased to see you this fine evening.
in terms of creation, it appears you may be considered a theist, whereas I consider myself an agnostic, uncertain to proof of a creator or not. Well, the story that we're given of a magic explosion, right? Creating everything because of reasons. I don't like mainstream science, the story that they give us, that there was a Big Bang explosion and everything was created for no reason. And then over billions of years, we evolved, and millions of years ago, dinosaurs got taken out by an asteroid from space. So all that whole story, I just find that to be complete hogwash. But when I look around at, beautiful trees and flowers and the animals and, the way the world works and stuff, the way the sun and the moon operate and stuff, this place seems like it's created divinely by something. But then when I look at some of the dark, sinister things that go down here in this hell realm, it seems like this place is a living hell in some ways. And there's places that are beautiful and amazing. So it's like we live in a hell and a heaven combined into one. But then there's also things, that the sun and the moon are doing that almost seem like magical and even artificial. So it's almost like we're in some sort of a simulation slash hyper-realistic virtual reality. And if that's the case, I don't know. I still don't know why. So if this is some sort of simulation, hyper-realistic virtual reality of sorts, well, I still have the same problem. I don't know why I'm here doing this. So even if I figure out that it could be a hyper-realistic simulation virtual reality, well, now what? I'm still here stuck finishing it out, right? So yeah, this place, in my mind, it's created divinely, but for what exact reason, I don't know. It's like, am I put here so that I can figure out that this is a artificial hell realm, so that then when I die, I can ascend from this realm and move on to the next thing? Or am I stuck forever, going to be repeating this loop by being reincarnated into another damn person? And can the elites who run this place, can they take their consciousness and stick it into the next human body without having to die and be reborn as a baby again? So if you could take your consciousness, stick it into the next human body, then you never have to die. Then you never have to have your mind wiped free. You don't ever have to have your memory wiped free, right? When you're a baby coming out of a vagina. So if you can cut out the part where you go back to being a baby coming out of a vagina, transfer your conscious into the next body, you could theoretically build, generations of wealth and create the biggest, most thriving businesses, right? You can stay in power forever if you could just keep putting your consciousness into the next body. While meanwhile, the rest of us slaves, we're stuck dying and, reincarnating into the next body, stuck doing this over and over, wondering why the fuck we're doing this over and over again. RL says, what's your take on Mandela effect? Some of them I can explain as people just misremembering shit. But then there's other things like my underwear having a cornucopia on it, the Fruit of the Loom logo having a cornucopia, and then me asking my mom, hey, what's that brown thing? Because when I was like 5 years old, I asked my mom what the brown thing was because I wore Fruit of the Loom shit. My mom bought me Fruit of the Loom shit. So I remember one time asking my mom what the brown thing was on the logo because I knew what an apple was. I knew what grapes were. I knew what all the fucking fruit was, but I didn't know what the fucking brown thing was. It looked weird. So I was like, what is that? And my mom says, that's a cornucopia. And I had never heard the word cornucopia in my fucking life until I asked what that brown thing was. So when I'm told that there never was a cornucopia on the old logo, I don't understand how that's possible and how I have that fucking memory. Because I didn't just make up that memory because I love the Mandela effect. So when people think that Mandela effect's all just bullshit and false memories, there's a few of them that have me kind of fucked up. But then there's other ones that I can't explain. You know, Luke, I am your father, doesn't make sense. Whereas no, I am your father does make sense, because he says, I heard you killed him. No, I am your father. Makes sense than saying, I heard you killed him. Luke, I'm your father. It doesn't fit there. So if you're just saying the line out of context, you might say, Luke, I am your father. Then people know what you're talking about. Whereas if you just said, no, I'm your father, nobody's going to know what the fuck you're talking about. Whereas the actual movie says, no, I'm your father. And then to further confuse things, you can find examples of people messing with your mind by combining them both. And then you can find, no, Luke, I am your father. So it's Luke, I am your father. No, I am your father. And no, Luke, I am your father. Which one was it? Well, it was no, I am your father. But when people recall the line, they say, Luke, I am your father. And then there's some fucker out there who wanted to mess with everybody who stuck no, Luke, I am your father out there so that you can find that one and get even more confused. See what I'm saying? Whereas my underwear having the cornucopia, that shit I just can't explain. And with that said, let's change up the background to blue. No, it wasn't Luke, I am your father, because it doesn't make sense. I heard that you killed him. Luke, I am your father. I heard that you killed him. No, I am your father. But see, if you were going to recall that line on the playground at school or whatever to your friends, you wouldn't say, no, I am your father, because they wouldn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You would say, Luke, I am your father, like Chris Farley did. Chris Farley takes the fan and he does this maneuver. In the movie Tommy Boy, we see this. Luke, I am your father. Lord, Luke, I am your father. But in the movie, it wouldn't make sense for him to say, I heard you killed him, because that's what Luke says. I heard that you killed him. Luke, I am your father. See, it doesn't work. I heard that you killed him. No, I am your father. See, that makes sense. But if you see fucking someone say, Luke, I am your father outside of the movie, that's how that one can mess up your memory. Now, the cornucopia on my underwear on the Fruit of the Loom logo, I don't have any fucking way to explain that. All right. Did I catch up on... Nope, I still haven't caught up on all the super chats. Holy shit. Still trying to catch up on all of them. Wow. Tons of support tonight, guys. I still had a few other things to talk about, but I might have to save them for next stream if this keeps up. Nevsol says, your opinion on offing yourself. I don't want to have any sort of opinion that might accidentally get me demonetized or give anyone any bad ideas. So I would say I'm against it. I don't have any reason to do that to myself. And I would hope that anyone having thoughts of offing themselves would think twice and try and find help. And, you know, sometimes shit seems like the end of the world today. And then if you just get through those bad times, then a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever, sometimes you look back and you go, oh, I'm doing good now. Life's good now. and I used to be in a depressive state and thinking about getting rid of myself. So there was a time when I used to have a shitty job that I didn't like, didn't have anything in my life that really made me happy. And I used to have, bad thoughts and depressing thoughts, right? And then when I look back, because now that I've made it through that, now when I look back, I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't off myself back then. So back when I was a teenager, or early 20s, depressed, I'm glad I didn't off myself, while having a terrible night or in a terrible state of mind. Because now, all these years later, life's a lot better and I'm doing something that I enjoy that I would have never guessed that I would be doing. So when I was a depressed teenager, I wouldn't know that 41-year-old Jake would be sitting here having a great time, doing something fun on the internet, speaking my mind, telling people not to off themselves, right? So I would say try to get through whatever problems you have if you're having depressing thoughts, about hurting yourself or, getting rid of yourself. Who the fuck keeps texting me? All right. So yeah, I would hope that nobody out there does it. And if you're thinking about doing it, try and get some help. There's more to live for. You can find something worth living for. All right. Okay. So now I think we are to our last super chat, and then we're finally caught up, believe it or not. And then we can actually watch some more videos. Holy cow, I think we had 30 super chats in a row or something? Had to be 20 at least. I don't know if I remember a stretch of super chats quite like this. Actually, last stream we had a huge stretch of super chats as well, but man, this might even be more. Retro Bill says, requests for an oldie. Jake, remember Danger, No Danger? Where you would put on and take off the mask. Oh, yeah. I wonder if I still have one. I used to keep one as a prop, but I think I threw it away. Yeah, I used to have one as a prop that I would use for telling jokes, but I threw it away. So I'll just have to do this instead. So you guys know that that the boogeyman disease, there's rumblings that it might be making a comeback. And there's some people that are still wearing their ritualistic shame muzzles. I'm sure you guys have seen, you'll see some Asian at the supermarket and they got their shame muzzle on. Asians at the casinos, they still got their shame muzzles on, right? There was even a Mexican girl at the Mexican food restaurant that I go to behind the counter taking my order. And she had one on, right? And it's so funny because it's what do you think that does to protect you? Logistically, if I fucking cough, you think that my snot and my spit is gonna hit you in the face, go inside your mouth and give you a disease, but that fucking mask blocks it? So what if I cough and sneeze on your face and it gets in your eyes? You're okay? But no, as long as your nose and your mouth is covered, then you're protected from me. Guess what? My mouth is not being covered. So that means if I sneeze on you, how's the mask going to protect you? So I guess people think that if they have the mask on, it keeps them from getting sick because they fucking think that sickness particles, little boogeyman disease particles, are airborne, floating around in the air. And when people sneeze, they come flying out of your face. So people think that if they wear a shame muzzle, that they're protected from flying disease particles. So check it out. You got on the mask, right? You're protected from those flying disease particles. Like, I'm no longer in danger. Watch, here's a disease particle trying to come in, and it's like a bulletproof vest that the particles try and come in, but they bounce off. Pew, ping, pew, pew, pew. Right? Like, you know, you shoot a bullet and it like bounces off of like metal and it goes pew, right? It's like your mask, it keeps the fucking invading disease particles like it's a bulletproof vest. Pew, 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 right? I'm not in danger because I have on my bulletproof mask vest that keeps the germs from coming inside my nose and my mouth. So I'm safe. Now when they take it off, oh, now I'm unsafe. Now if somebody sneezes or coughs, the disease particles can get me and go in my mouth and my nose and make me sick. Oh, but now I'm safe. But now I'm unsafe. Now I'm not in danger. Now I'm in danger. No danger, 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 danger. No danger. Oh no, I'm in danger. Not anymore, but now I am. But not now. Now I'm seriously in some serious danger of getting sick, but not anymore. Now everything's wonderful. There you go. I had to set that one up. Right now, nothing can harm me. Oh no! Now everything can make me sick. Oh no, I'm scared. Oh, but now I'm relieved because nothing can harm me because I have my mask on and it protects me from stuff going inside my nose and my mouth and making me sick. Oh shit! Now I don't have my mask. So if you sneeze, disease will go in my mouth and I'll die. All right, there you go. It's been a while since I broke that one out. All right. RL says, I get it on the tour thing. If have an opportunity to get you a stage, I'll let you know. It's a possibility. How does one get in touch? You can email me. I'm at solobassedjake@yahoo. SOLOBASSJAKE @yahoo. Email me. Maybe we can figure something out. So yeah, just the logistics of like having to like get a hold of the venue, set it up, you know, and then is it just going to be my show? And then like, am I going to get maybe a piece of the bar's money and have the show be free? Or am I going to have to charge, you know, ticket price so that you guys got to pay $10 to get in the door or whatever? I don't know. See, all the logistics of it, I'd have to like spend a lot of time to figure it out. And so, but it would be fun to go, you know, set up like a meetup / show in other cities. So maybe if I started with like 1 or 2 cities, see how it went, and then from there build upon it. So maybe I could do like a, you know, a Denver meetup or like a, you know, Phoenix meetup, someplace that's semi close to where I am, but somewhat far away to where it's like I'm traveling to get there, but not having to go all the way across the United States. So yeah, there could be something like that could be planned out. Okay, I think I finally caught up on Super Chats. I believe I'm caught up. If I missed any, please let me know. Okay, so let's get back to this shoplifting video. Do you guys remember a long time ago we were watching a video about shoplifting and people filming themselves shoplifting? Check this out. So people are stealing stuff so much that now they're locking the doors on the beer and the wine and whatnot. And now they're making you have to scan your ID in order to unlock the fucking cooler. Are you willing to have them scan your ID just so you can open the door? It's one thing when they scan your ID to make sure you're old enough to buy it, but now you have to have your ID scanned just to open the door. So when you see them start locking shit up, start having everything that you buy is locked up, you know you live in a bad neighborhood. More and more neighborhoods are becoming bad neighborhoods.
Look what you have to do now. I have to do the ID to unlock it. No, what do you do? Scan it. I don't know. Oh, over here?
That's because it face down, baby.
Oh, face down?
Oh,
okay, yeah, that's right. Scan it again.
That's not a pain in the ass. That's not a pain in the ass at all, right? You guys would be totally cool with having to do this every time you just want to like get a drink out of the cooler. Imagine not even beer. Imagine you just want to get like a bottle of water or some shit, you know what I mean? An Arizona iced tea. And they're like, ma'am, you got to scan your ID. Well, I just want to get this water. No, you got to scan your ID.
I need to scan the ID.
Okay, this is my first time ever doing this.
Select what door you want.
Oh my God. 6. Door number 6.
Oh, you win $1,000.
Unlock door. Look, now I can open it.
So you guys already see in the bad neighborhoods, they got a lot of stuff locked up, you know, like they lock up like the laundry detergent. You know what I'm saying? People stealing Tide Pods. They lock up, all the electronics, of course. And then they're starting to lock up stuff that you wouldn't even think that people would steal. You know what I mean? Like fucking underwear, stuff like that. And so a lot of the bad neighborhoods is where you see a lot more stuff all locked up. And then I'm even seeing, the Crest white strips and, mouthwashes and like teeth brushing shit even being locked up. Like, God damn, people are stealing toothbrushing shit to the point where they're gonna lock up the fucking Listerine and lock up the Crest white strips. Like, fuck. I get it though. People don't want to pay the price, so they just go in, rip open the box, and just take the fucking strips. So I understand. I'm even hearing that they're doing away with the self-checkout because so many people are stealing with self-checkout that a lot of places are getting rid of self-checkout because they're just getting robbed, that it's becoming just financially like not a viable way to have people check out anymore.
I could tell you right now, if I got to do all that just to get a soda or a beer or anything out of the cooler, I don't want it.
Straight up. What is it about Ross? Like, people love to go to Ross and steal. It's always like, it's always ghetto people wanting to go to the ghetto Ross and steal their ghetto shit.
Y'all put up on me. I would have seen y'all niggas because I was outside.
To be honest with y'all, man, I think Ross done went down so bad that they know ain't nobody gonna buy those shoes, so they let you steal them, man.
I buy shoes at Ross. It's because the Ross shoes are cheap, and I'm not like obsessed with name brands or anything. So any decent pair of shoes that are kind of plain looking, like, I'll pick up for like 15, 20 bucks because I'm not trying to spend a bunch of money on shoes. So, and my sandals, I buy sandals at Ross. Shit, I got these ones right here from Ross for like 17 bucks. This is Nautica. Right? So I go to Ross, I buy these shoes, and I pay for them too. But, you know, I'm an upstanding citizen who's honest. I go to Ross and actually buy the shit.
Security can't put hands on you, so the most they can do is be intimidating.
Here's what I was talking about earlier about how everything's all locked up now. Like even like shit like socks and underwear. This is usually like this in the hood, like the bigger cities, the shittier areas. So if you live in a nice area, they might not have it locked up like this. So it kind of all depends where you live. So I live in Sacramento, so I do see stores, some of them that are like this. But then when I go to nicer areas, more expensive client or higher class clientele, then you don't see this. Telling me not to be cheap. When it comes to clothes, I'm not like trying to chase fashion. So I'm not going to spend top dollar on like fancy jeans or fancy name brand shirts or fancy shoes. And shoes are kind of a ripoff. So like when I was a kid, it was like a big deal to not have Kmart shoes and to have like, you know, $50 and above Nikes or something. But now that I'm, you know, a grown man and I'm buying my own damn shoes, like I can get bargain Nikes or bargain Adidas from Ross for like 25 bucks if I want it, you know? So I typically will buy like plain stuff. You know what I mean? Like here's an example of like some random shoes I'll get for 20 bucks, like some old ass, like old school Reeboks and shit. Right. Just plain. I like more plain looking stuff. And I'm not really into the name brands. So I'm just, you know, I'm a 41-year-old man at this point. So it's not like anyone's going to be like, whoa, look at that fresh looking dude with his awesome clothes. I'm basically invisible at this point to most everybody, especially women. So I'll just wear a regular ass, you know, no name brand t-shirt, some shorts and some fucking Ross sandals and not think about it, you know. I ain't trying to spend an exorbitant amount of money on clothes that nobody gives a fuck about anyway. Oh, you're just joking with me. Some people are like, oh my God, I would never wear Ross clothes. Like back in the day, people were like, oh my God, he shops at Kmart. He's so lame. He gets his clothes at freaking Walmart and Kmart. Whereas now it's like, well, shit, Kmart's like out of business, but you know, shit, Walmart's not as bad as it used to be. I mean, it's still still shitty to have to buy anything from Walmart. But you know, hey, if you're poor, and you know you can only spend 20 bucks on shoes, you got to do what you got to do. Nah, Steve, go watch a video about how Goodwill prices have went through the roof. Goodwill found out that people on eBay were taking their merchandise and selling it for profit. So they started selling their own shit on eBay. So now Goodwill has eBay store. So that means they marked everything up inside the store like triple what it used to be. Go watch some recent videos of Goodwill, bro. And from what I'm seeing, Goodwill is fucking expensive because now they're on eBay competing with all the buyers and resellers because they got tired of people coming in and buying their shit and selling it on eBay. Once they figured out that they were losing money by people doing that, they opened up their own eBay store, marked everything up.
the thrill and like the excitement. Even when I
Kind of like gambling or any other thing that you can get addicted to.
I had the worst shoplifting addiction for like 8 years of my life. And it wasn't even because I was like poor. Like even when I stopped being poor, I still stole a lot because I loved like the thrill and like the excitement. I started when I was 14. I wanted to whiten my teeth, but I like did not want to pay for strips. So I walked into Target and I like found Crest. I found the strips. I ripped open the box and
See, I watched this video earlier. That's why I used that as an example earlier, because I watched this shit before I did the stream.
I just put the strips in my pocket and I just like walked out. I was like super careless. Like I did the same thing at clothing stores. Like I would walk into H&M or like Urban Outfitters and I would just get like a bag and just like grab clothes and like literally anything, even things that I did not need. I would just put them in bags and just walked out, and I never got caught once. And then I got like a bit smarter when I was in college. I had to shop for groceries. So I would like bring like a shopping cart in the grocery store. But
to me, why wouldn't you just shut up about it? And I mean, it's like he wants the attention for that he used to be a shoplifter. So you can tell that this story is going to be like, oh, this is what I used to do. And oh my God, I used to get a thrill out of it. It's like, dude, why don't you keep that to yourself? Right? Like, why are you trying to tell everybody how you used to be a fucking shoplifter? Like trying to get attention for that, dude. Like, just keep that shit to yourself. So basically, people have no shame anymore. The first girl in this video, if you guys remember, was filming herself stealing. Then these guys are posting fucking TikToks talking about how they like to steal. It's like people have no shame. How to steal from a store.
Y'all are going to jail. Period.
So with all that being said so far, if I have any parents in the audience, which I know I do, parents.
For at Macy's. My mom is with the worker, and there I am looking at products and just compensating them. I would hold the packaging and I would open up and just slip it into my sleeve. I don't know who I thought I was fooling. After I got all the makeup I possibly could have taken, my mom wanted to already leave, but I had all the stickers on the makeup. I would have left all the stickers on the makeup. The metal detectors could have went off. So I went to the dressing room and I start taking out all the makeup that I had on my person. And for a good 30 minutes, I'm trying to take off all these stickers and then put them back all on me.
So let's tell a story on TikTok while we're putting on makeup about how we stole makeup. So like while I put on my makeup and like tell you a story about like how I stole makeup, what I'm really hoping is that this goes viral and I get a lot of attention for being a makeup thief while I also do my makeup because I'm a fucking clown face whore and all I care about is attention and I have no fucking shame.
And then as we're walking out of the store, I'm like holding my breath, like, please don't go off, please don't go off. The relief I had that nothing went off when I walked out of those doors. There's so many other stupid stories of me doing this, but this was just one of my bigger heists. I would not recommend you do it.
I always hear people saying, like, why do girls always go through a shoplifting phase? Women are historically the gatherers of society.
My God. How did this ever become attractive to anybody? How do you not get fucking laughed at by every man when you look like this? Pretty much every man who's good looking or even decent looking, who she even approaches or tries to talk to, he should just be like, what the fuck did you do to your face, you dumb bitch, right? Like, no respectable man should ever give this person time of day. But I'll bet you there's probably fucking tens of thousands of men all up in this bitch's DMs like, oh, you're so fine. You're so pretty. I love your lips. I love your eyelashes. You're so pretty. They wouldn't be looking like this unless there were dudes fucking liking it. So whoever the dudes are who like this, what the fuck, man? Jesus.
Society, right? In the household, it was always the woman who would go out and gather fruits, berries, leaves, nuts, and bring them home to the family. Women nowadays, we still have that instinct.
Yeah, you look like you want to go gather some berries and bring it home for your man. Get the fuck out of here, you fake lash ass fucking lip injected fucking plastic ass bitch. You ain't gonna go fucking hunt and gather. You ain't gonna do a speck of work. The only work you're gonna fucking put in is asking dudes to go to your fucking OnlyFans page.
And we're just following that instinct. We're just gathering eyeliners from Walmart.
All right, that's enough of the shoplifting video. Let me go on to the next one. The next one's even worse. So the theme here, people have no shame anymore. They're just willing to talk about any embarrassing shit or do anything ridiculous, even commit crimes on camera, as long as they can get some views on TikTok. If they get a big view count on TikTok, then they can get that dopamine rush, right? All right. Had a super chat from RL, said, why are all the crims black? Well, there were a few of them that weren't black, but on this next video, it's going to be mostly all black people. I'm going to show you another video of people who are doing this new thing where they go inside a grocery store or Walmart and then they eat food inside and then walk out without paying for it. It's like, and then film themselves doing it and brag about it. It's mostly black people who are doing it. So I'm going to show that video next because it's pretty disgusting and it fits what I'm saying, how people have no shame. The Sanch 30 says, contact Sam Tripoli to go on tour with, same style. I don't really know who that is, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. But thanks, Sanch 30, for the suggestion. All right, so this next video showcases people eating food and not paying for it. So essentially stealing, but they videotape themselves. All right, here we go.
I eat food I don't pay for. It's a bad habit.
Look at this crazy girl, y'all. She gonna get us put out.
What is she doing? Who does this? And they've even got their kids involved. Their kids are doing it too. Kids eating an Oreo. Trigger warning, this video is gonna piss you off. Today, I want to talk about something absolutely wild that I just fell down a rabbit hole on the internet of. And that is entitled people thinking that they can just walk around Walmart or any other retailer that sells food products, eat the food, and then just leave without paying.
So I'd never heard of this lady. I don't watch her stuff or anything. I came across this yesterday and I thought that it was an entertaining video in the fact that like I couldn't believe that like people are videotaping themselves doing this. And then I realized, yeah, people just have no shame. And then I thought, you know what? This might be something that I should show people live. So my first time watching this girl's videos, and she basically found she found these TikTok videos and then she's reacting to them. And so we're going to basically see her reaction to these TikToks, but then we're going to react, of course. So mainly pay attention to the TikToks that she's showing.
This is seriously like next level dine and dash. And people are bragging about it all over social media. So if you want to be mad at anybody for big box stores like Walmart having to raise their prices due to theft, because that's exactly what this is theft. Blame people like this. People who are filming themselves and putting it on TikTok. Let's not even talk about the fact that they are incriminating themselves on video, which is why a lot of these TikToks aren't even available to be found anymore. If you don't go to Walmart and eat snacks, that's yo lost. Okay. I know that I'm not the only one that goes to Walmart to get free snacks then leave. Well, just freaking dancing in the aisle being filmed while you're eating a bag of chips or something.
All right, y'all. What color are these people? What color is this girl? What color is this guy? What color is that girl? What color is this girl? What color are these people? What color is this guy?
But you got to walk around the store to eat it. It's free 99. And here's another person that went and got a lunch tray at the Walmart deli, ate it while walking around the store, and then hid it behind product on the store shelves. POV, eaten free at Walmart. Oh my God.
Just look at this. Oh my God.
On the store shelves. POV.
Look at this. POV, eaten free at Walmart. Look at this girl. She got a cheek piercing, nose piercing, a piercing on her chin, and then another cheek piercing, another lip piercing. This is all these piercings. And then look at it. Look at the way that they're making this TikTok and the way they're looking in the camera like they're hot shit. Like, yeah, we be all up in Walmart eating shit for free, and we be making a TikTok about it because we be fucking badass. Yeah, we be trying to get some views and go viral and shit while we be stealing shit inside Walmart. Yeah.
OV eaten free at Walmart. Oh my God. Who does this? And they've even got their kids involved. Their kids are doing it too. Kids eating.
Putting your fucking kid on camera.
OV eaten free at Walmart. Oh my God. Who?
Your kid? You gonna put your kid on camera eating food inside Walmart like this? What are the chances that that little girl's gonna grow up to be a solid citizen? What are the chances that little girl's gonna grow up and be some fucking TikTok attention whore like her mommy, right? RL says, well, there is a wood pile most everywhere. Terrible. A wood pile? I don't get the reference about the wood pile. Sanch30 said Sam Tripoli, host of Tinfoil Hat, Flat Earther. Yeah, he's probably a shill. I don't like to team up with shills. Just because someone calls himself a flat earther doesn't mean that they're legit. In fact, most people who call themselves flat earthers are fucking shills. So I'll bet you somebody here knows who Sam Tripoli is and probably will tell me that he's a shill. The name is familiar. I just can't think of who the fuck he is off the top of my head or what video he's made or what he does. But he's probably a shill who I don't want to associate with. Thanks anyway. Nev Solt says Menace to Society was a documentary. There's a reason why I had to leave the hood to live around random Caucasians. Yep, the bad thing about where I live is in Sacramento where I live. It's not the greatest area. And so sometimes I have to deal with fucking random hood shit. Like I'm not in like the worst hood area. I'm not in like South Central LA or East Oakland or whatever, but I'm in an area of Sacramento that's not nice. It's not very good. And so there is homeless people walking around, you know, all hours of the night, you know, tweakers walking up and down the streets, you know what I'm saying? And so every once in a while, I'll have like a weird interaction with some fucking weirdo tweaker or something. And it's strictly because of the area that I live in, right? So if you're around enough crime and tweakers, it's only a matter of time before it finds you, whether you want it to find you or not, whether you, you know, are trying to avoid it at all costs. If you live in a shitty area, eventually the shit does find you. And so, for instance, there was this like fucking weirdo black dude with dreads who was like, what? And he's trying to start shit with me just because I was white. And I even asked him like, I don't even know you, dude. What's your problem? Yeah, you white. So I would tell you the whole story, but it would involve the N-word, which would mean I would get demonetized. But yeah, I've had random N-words mess with me literally just because I'm white and tell me that's the reason why. So yeah, shit like that only happens if you're in a fucking shit area where they feel like they can get away with it, you know? So I totally know what you mean. There's a reason why areas where lots of white people live are like becoming more expensive, you know, like Montana. Oh, you want to go be around a bunch of white people in Montana? Yeah, the housing is fucking shooting through the roof. Word got out that if you go to Montana, you can be around a bunch of white people and not have to deal with a bunch of fucking thugs and hoodlums and gang members and tweakers if you go to Montana. Yeah, word got out to the point where now a Montana house will cost you 350 grand and above. A nice house in Montana is going to run 500,000 bucks because they found out that if you go to Montana in the wintertime, it's too cold for the fucking homeless. The tweakers don't hang out in Montana. Black fucking hoodlums who we just saw that have fucking piercings and tats on their face don't go to Target in Montana and rob the joint. Yeah, you can actually go, you know, to Target in Montana and fucking buy shit without having to have the Tide Pods unlocked. But word spreads real quick. Oh, Wyoming, you could still grow up in a small white town. Okay, well, now the homes in Wyoming are 400 grand. Go look at the places where lots of white people live and there's low crime, and look at the housing and how the fucking price shoots up to the point where a regular middle-class white person can't even afford it. Same thing happened to Idaho. Go look at the housing prices in the nice neighborhoods in Idaho where the crime's low and most everyone's white. Those houses are $300,000 and above. If you want to like move to a place where it's not overrun by a bunch of black people, like in the housing prices are still low, you have to go somewhere in the Midwest where the town sucks, where the town's like in main industry went under. That's like the only way you can find like a cheaper house. And I don't want to live in the fucking Midwest. So got a super chat from Guitar 69. No message attached, just a super chat. Thank you, Guitar 69. I like the name. All right, let's get back to Juggy Tits here. All right.
Does this, and they've even got their kids involved. Their kids are doing it too. Kids eating an Oreo.
Preachers don't think Walmart food is free. Let me show you.
Walmart deli food is free. What color is this girl?
Yes, it's like you just said, baby. Yeah, I eat macaroni. That's good. You was finna throw them babies on top of your macaroni. You mix it in. It's the baby in there. Can I get a room? 6 of them rancher. Is you talking? You looking at me? You waiting on me? I'm sorry. You was looking all over there. Yeah, because I ain't know. You know.
She is getting food from this Walmart deli with no intention to pay for it.
Like I fucking said, what happened to shame? Y'all, when I was a kid, people didn't brag about going into Walmart and eating food. And then when social media first came out, Facebook first came out and all that stuff, people didn't go on there and go like, yeah, I walk around Walmart and eat food and steal shit. Yeah, because I'm ghetto fabulous. No, this is like a 2025 thing. And I want to point out every single person she has shown so far has been a fucking black person. Mostly black ladies. Where's the Asian dude? Oh, I guess Asian dudes don't really do that. Where's the Filipino grandma? Oh, I guess they don't do it. So apparently the people who think it's fucking cool to eat food inside Walmart and steal it and then post it on TikTok, mainly black ladies who are fucking full of themselves. And these people right here would be like, oh, you some cracker ass motherfucking white motherfucker. They probably would say I'm a racist cracker ass piece of shit for saying it. No, dude, my cracker ass is entitled to my opinion. And this right here is a fucking loser ass piece of shit who deserves to be fucking locked up.
No intention to pay for it.
Like not looking ranchy. You would be ashamed of me? No.
She's so proud.
I would say, why would you be
She's so proud to put all of this on camera.
Baby, I ain't never had this, but we finna try it.
Oh, and let's have
Don't be racist, Jake. Maybe she just happened to only put black ladies in this video. There's probably just as many Chinese men and Filipino grandmas and white ladies who do the exact same thing. I'm sure there's just as many Puerto Rican fellows and Nigerian black people who do the exact same thing. No. Mainly this looks like ghetto fabulous fucking black folks, mainly women, right? Ghetto fabulous fucking entitled American fucking shitbags, right? So it's not like this is something that the rest of the world is showing off or doing, right?
have a lemonade too.
Right.
Just walk around eating that chicken.
For real, girl. Because first of all, what did you eat? I'm not gonna get on y'all feet.
Green Bay fan yesterday, and the Green Bay customers yesterday.
And by the way, this motherfucker with.
Just the way she's acting is just fucking cringe. Like, who is her TikTok audience? Like, who's the audience? Like, girl, that was a good video. I'm going to hit the thumbs up button. Girl, I'm going to go out and I'm going to steal food just like you because that was such a fucking good video. This shit deserved to go viral. I'm going to share this with my cousin Pookie and Nunu, and we's going to go down there and we going to do the same thing because you like gave me motivation and shit so that I can become a content creator and I can make content that's valuable and life-changing like this. Know what I'm saying? If you some fucking cracker-ass white person right now passing judgment on us, fuck you. You can kiss my ass. We got to do what we got to do.
She drank all the lemonade. All the lemonade's gone.
Money saving hack for you. Did you know that if you eat food in the store that you don't have to pay for it?
That is not a hack.
Like a fat fuck, and you throw it away on your way out.
Quick tip, if you want to get a free lunch, go to the deli.
Wow.
Yeah, notice that guy we didn't see him doing it. So we see the white guy say it, but he doesn't do it.
She drank all the lemonade. All the lemonade's gone.
Money saving hack for you. Did you know that if you eat food in the store that you don't have to pay for it?
That is not a hack.
Like a fat fuck, and you throw it away on your way out.
Oh, maybe he did. Okay, there was a white guy in there. All right, so I'm wrong. Apparently it's everybody, you guys. I got proven wrong. I'm racist. It's not just black people. It's everyone. All right, now we need to see a fucking Chinese lady, right? To really round things out. We need a Mexican and a Chinese lady stat.
Quick tip, if you want to get a free lunch, go to the deli.
Wow. Even people on podcasts are putting this out. Podcasts.
Your cart, do your regular shopping, but then when you're done with the food, just toss it. Ain't nobody worried about no $13.50 or no.
Oh, lots of people are worried about $13.50.
The one place where we know we need to act right, but we don't. Like, we're okay with, like, if your kid pisses on the ground, you're not like going to tell somebody, man, it's Walmart. Rather it be there than in my car.
It's no secret on my channel. I am not a fan of Walmart.
All right, yeah, I was about to say the same shit, dude. Just because Walmart's an evil shit company doesn't mean that stealing's okay. Like, oh, well, it's okay if everybody fucking goes to Walmart and say, Walmart's already putting mom and pop shops out of business, and stealing from them don't fucking fix that problem. And go on and fucking stealing shit from Walmart. You think that's all they're going to do is just only steal from Walmart? That means they're going to steal from other people too. If you're willing to steal from Walmart, then you're probably willing to steal from other places too, which makes you a fucking thief. And if you're a fucking thief, then you're not the type of person who I want to associate myself with, right? Thieves are supposed to be caught and then locked up and prosecuted. So you can't say just because Walmart's a shitty company that it's okay to fucking go steal their shit, right? But that's what they'll do. They'll make it out like, well, Walmart's, you know, a big, huge company, so who cares if I go steal their shit? But with that attitude, then they're going to go steal from wherever they want, whatever they want, whenever they want. They feel entitled to whatever they want, not just Walmart's shit.
I am not a fan of Walmart at all, but I'm also not a fan of blatant theft. And this is blatant theft. It would be one thing if people were doing this because they had no other choice, if they were starving and they maybe got one chicken tender or something and they did it out of necessity because.
Never heard of Robin Hood? Yeah, some fucking made up story. Yeah, bro, robbing from the rich and given to the poor. Not exactly the same. Not exactly the same. And a lot of these people look like they've got plenty of food stamps. So if you're already collecting food stamps and mooching off the government, and on top of that, you go in there and fucking eat food and steal, dude, you're just a total mooch on society. And so these type of people, it's not like, oh, they're wonderful people. They just only steal from Walmart because they don't like Walmart. No, it's not like that black chick is an awesome person who does the right thing and is a hardworking member of society, but she just steals from Walmart just because she doesn't like Walmart. No. If that's part of your personality, that means you're a thief always. That means you got the mind of a thief. That means, like, if you saw some old lady, you know, drop some money out of her purse, you're going to go and fucking snatch it. You're not the type to say, oh, ma'am, you dropped this. Here you go. Right?
Because, you know, they were literally starving, but these are assholes posting it all over social media because they're proud of it. Not only are they proud of what they are doing, but they are encouraging other people to do it. It's disgusting. What is this world coming to?
Look at this crazy girl, y'all. She gonna get us put out.
What is she doing?
Get down.
So not only are people walking around stealing food, but they're also rubbing their body parts all over produce and putting it on the internet because they think it's funny. Why? Are?
All right. What color is this girl? So here's another thing is there's people who are trying to get clicks and they'll do whatever they can to get clicks. And so there's people who like go to the store, go out in public, go to the mall, and then they do cringy shit like this, right? Just so they can go viral on TikTok and get those clicks. So pranksters who like don't have any substance and they aren't even funny, who just go around and fuck with people and try and get people pissed off just so they can elicit a reaction and then go viral on that person's reaction. You know what? It's becoming tiresome and the content is cringy. So if you're going out specifically to try and do something like this, the type of attention that you're getting, it's like it should fucking embarrass you to the point where it damn near ruins your life. But no, nobody has any shame anymore. So instead it's like, oh, this is going to be the thing that fucking makes my life. This is the thing that's going to make me a star. I'm going to go viral rubbing my fat black ass all over the produce. I'm going to be known as that fat black bitch who rubbed my ass on the apples. Ain't you that fat black bitch who rubbed your ass all over the produce on TikTok? Yep, that was me. Wow, so amazing to meet you. Can I have your autograph? I always wanted to meet the fat black bitch who rubbed her ass on the apples. Right? Like, what are people thinking? Like, if you do go viral and this is what you're known for, like, is that what you want to be proud of? God damn. Nobody got any shame anymore, y'all.
Why are they doing this? I don't understand it. Yeah, get down. Get down.
Get down. Michelle, get down. Yo. Michelle, you're going to get locked up. Get down.
The internet is mad at this woman for eating this food for free in Walmart after posting the videos where she hid behind the shelves and she was eating food including raw cinnamon rolls. However, she did caption her video as the food was paid for, but people were upset because this now has become a trend where many people come and grab food then leave without paying.
Oh my God, you busted.
Yeah, and here's the another thing, like if you're starving and you want to like eat some food in Walmart to stay alive because you're starving, and then you keep it to yourself, that's more respectable than that. This right to me, when you fucking film it and then put it on the internet and then act like it's cool and that you deserve some sort of attention for it, like that's the part that really gets me. Like if you're poor and you go in Walmart and you eat some fucking food and walk out because you couldn't afford it and you just had to, keep that shit to yourself. Why would you put yourself on blast, right? And out yourself as being a fucking no good thief. It's the grandiosity of it, like trying to be a fucking TikTok star, that makes it disgusting to me.
She hid behind the shelves and she was eating food including raw cinnamon rolls. However,
Look at
she
me,
did
girl.
caption
Look at me. I'll be drinking this soda. I'll be eating this food. I'm on TikTok.
That's different than if you're fucking starving and you need to eat or you're gonna die. This is different. And plus you're basically putting this out there to anyone who's watching, like, hey, you should do this too. So you're trying to influence people to do the wrong thing and be a shitty person, which just creates a plethora of more ghetto ass shitty people.
her video as the food was paid for, but people were upset because this now has become a trend where many people come and grab food then leave without paying.
Oh my God, you busting that down before you pay for it? Bro, really? I swear, people always in Walmart trying to do that, getting food like that from the front.
No, you can't eat it in the store. That's illegal.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, bro. So everyone knows they can get away with stealing because you have to steal like a certain amount of money worth of produce or merchandise in order to get actually busted, because for them to try and bust you for stealing a soda and go through the rigmarole of prosecuting you and all that costs them more money than the soda's worth, right? So from what I hear, yeah, the security guards aren't allowed to put hands on you and they aren't allowed to, to do anything to you. And a lot of stores have policies where they'll just let you walk out with a certain amount of merchandise. So yeah, being that there's not steep penalties, there's more incentives for the thieves to go do it, right? Less incentive for honest people to go buy stuff. And so, yeah, if the penalty was a lot more steep, like if you get caned or they cut off one of your fingers or something, you'd see a lot less thieves. Yeah, we take your pinky. We just straight lop off your pinky. And then we just keep taking a finger. So you can steal up to 10 times. After that, it's going to be a lot harder for you to steal. All right. Thanks, Evan, for the donation in the super chat. I totally agree.
You're going to get, I'm telling you, you better make sure nobody sees you.
And now, because of this eat for free trend at Walmart, Walmart is now starting to take actions against it, where a woman in Texas was barred from entering Walmart after she ate half of a cake. And when employees confronted her to pay, she said she found it like that. But she ended up only wanting to pay for half of the cake because she said she only ate half. People often eat groceries before paying for them with the intent to pay.
Eat half of a cake inside Walmart and then say that you should only have to pay for half the cake since you only ate half. Like, wow, dude. All right. I'm getting triggered with this shit. I think I've seen enough. Let's move on to the next subject. I actually meant to talk about this earlier in the stream, but I totally got sidetracked. Have you guys heard about the escaped New Orleans suspects? Here, let's get out of the trashy world of TikTok and let's change gears completely. Have you guys heard that in New Orleans, there was some prison escapees? I think there was like 10 of them. And most of them have been caught, but there's still like 2 of them on the loose. Have you guys heard? Let's watch that real quick. Let's switch subjects. Because I was told by one of my subscribers Actually, I don't want to ruin it yet. Let's go ahead and watch the news report, and then I'll tell you what's going on with these escaped prisoners.
Chase and the Louisiana State. After nearly 2 weeks on the run, 3 inmates who escaped a New Orleans jail, they are back behind bars. Police say an anonymous tip led to the capture of Lenton Van Buren in Baton Rouge around 6 last night. An hour later, about 400 miles away, 2 more inmates, Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, were captured by Texas authorities after a high-speed chase. And the Louisiana State Police just posted this picture on social media showing the capture of Van Buren in Baton Rouge. She is seen being taken into custody on a Louisiana State Police helicopter and flown to a secure facility. CBS News reporter Katie Weiss is in New Orleans. And Katie, 8 inmates captured, 2 remain. What else do we know about them?
Well, at this time, we know that at least one of the men that's still at large, Derek Groves, he is convicted of murder. We know that the family of the victim in his case has even gone into hiding. They've been under protection for the last week since these men have remained at large. And they've even told our affiliate that they don't know what he's planning. They're really concerned for their safety.
Wow.
A jail plumber so far has been arrested for allegedly helping the inmates to escape. We know that 5 of the accomplices who helped the inmates after the escape are accused of helping one of the men who was just caught last night, Van Buren. But that jail plumber, he's accused of helping the inmates actually rip a toilet from the wall so they could then crawl through a hole behind it and escape.
Here's a super chat that I'm kind of confused by. It says, hey, something consent here. What the fuck? I'm confused by your super chat, bro. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're like... I don't really know if you're like asking me something or making a statement or what. Can you please clarify, RL, what you're talking about? I don't really know.
And I'm told by several officials here in town that there's no way that just the plumber helped them make this happen, that there are likely several more arrests to come.
Wow. And Katie, you had the chance to speak with the DA in New Orleans about the ongoing investigation. What did they tell you?
Well, the DA is furious. He says there's still just a lot that just does not add up here. He's really pointing fingers at the sheriff, Susan Hudson, for her lack of response, for her slow response, for not notifying officials sooner the day that it happened. And then also he says at this point, she's not fully cooperating with the investigation. He said,
all right, y'all. So this story has developed for like a week now, and I didn't pay attention to it at first. I heard about it, but I didn't really think much of it. And then one of my subscribers sent me some information that immediately had me thinking, okay, this is completely staged. So check it out. You guys want to see proof that this escapee story is staged? I mean, like smoking gun fucking proof. Watch this. New Orleans jailbreak crypto site lets users bet on the next New Orleans inmate who will be caught. New Orleans inmate escape betting markets. A gambling platform is taking bets on which escaped convict will be caught. You guys, if you can bet on who's going to be caught next, what does that tell you? Seriously, smoking fucking gun proof. If you can bet cryptocurrency on who's going to be caught next on any site, that means they know and they control who is going to be caught next. So let's say some millionaire was to fucking place some bets. Oh, well, that guy's not going to be caught next. It'll be one of the other guys who gets caught. Like if anyone was dumb enough to bet their money on which inmate was going to be caught next, you deserve to be fucking taken. You'd be a total sucker. So the fact that they're allowing bets on this, that's the smoking gun proof that that's a fake story. There's no way they're just gonna let random regular people make money on escaped convicts, right? Hey, escaped convicts, would you like to gamble on escaped convicts being caught? Nothing suspect about that. Everything's on the up and up. So I want to thank Mike, who sends me emails with different ideas and stuff for me to cover. So there's a guy, Mike, who sent me an email saying that the New Orleans escapee suspects are, that you're able to bet on them. And I was like, what? And sure enough, you can. So yeah, that's pretty much the smoking gun proof that that shit's all fake. And see, I wouldn't have covered that story had I not found that out. Because to me, you know, prison escapees, like, who cares, right? But once I found out you can bet on them, then I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, I have to cover that. Doxological Thinker says, can you do the Trump YMCA song MAGA instead of YMCA? Do. It's fun to play with the MAGA. It's fun to play with my MAGA. EA. Because we love young men here. You know we love young men. We like to hang out with all the boys. Young men. You know that we love young men because we're MAGA. And MAGA really loves young men. And you know young men are at the YMCA. And that's why MAGA goes down to the... Yes, that's right. We are freaking gay. We're freaking MAGA. We're fucking gay. We're freaking MAGA. EA. We love young men here. You know lots of young men. We like to hang out with all the boys. I already did the Trump song earlier, so this is like the second song. And now I'm singing MAGA instead of YMCA. I kind of like it, though. It's not bad. MAGA. It's don't you like me doing the fucking the letters, right? MAGA. My favorite freaking song is freaking MAGA. EA. They've got young men there. Oh, yes, lots of young men. We like to hang out with all the boys. There you go. The second time I've sang the gayest song in the world tonight. All right. All right. So I think I got through everything that I wanted to talk about. There was one guy at the very beginning of the stream that asked me about an orb UFO in Colombia. So let me see if I can find anything about an orb UFO in Colombia. Oh, I found it. And again, this was a suggestion from somebody at the beginning of the stream. I forget who off the top of my head, but somebody asked about the UFO in Colombia.
What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. It seems like there is another metal sphere flying around in Colombia, and I've got a brand new video to show you that is going absolutely bonkers viral right now. And I think you'll see why. Now, I've got all the details, at least what's available about and why of the video. It's a metallic sphere observed in the Colombian countryside, May 25th, 2025, near San Vicente del Cajun, Colombia, 2:17 local time. Now, down below, it does say a different date, May 26th. It seemed to reflect sunlight strongly as if it had a mirror-like surface and appeared perfectly spherical with no seams or a
All right. So right away, guys, we started this stream by watching some really amazing AI video that looked super realistic. So the fact that we watched a video about Google's new VO3 AI, which, you know, makes people look super realistic and it's almost impossible to tell that it's AI. The fact that we watched that earlier means that they could use AI and pump out a video like this, no problem at all. So between AI and Photoshop and just regular old video fakery, there's no problem making a fake video like this. It would be pretty easy. And then second of all, I would argue that they have technology now where you could probably have like a flying metal sphere that uses like maybe some sort of drone type technology or something. So imagine like this thing has like some sort of fucking drone inside, but the outside looks like a sphere or whatever, and you can just like fly around this little metal sphere and then just pretend that it's a UFO. So there's a number of different ways you can fake this. So what is a UFO video anymore? Like, how can anyone think that a UFO video is legitimate now that we know that they can make such super highly accurate AI videos that look super realistic? You know what I mean? So if AI is to the point where we're having trouble figuring out whether it's real or not, of course AI could spit out this in a second. I mean, it's kind of shitty footage. You see what I'm like? It's not that crystal clear. I can even go up to 1080 and it's still not that clear. See, everything's still very grainy. Look how blurry these trees are. So this is not like HD footage or anything. Yeah, not impressed.
Right. All right. Now let's take a look at the video together and kind of pick this thing apart. All right. So I've got the video queued up. Let's watch it together and see if we notice anything. Let's vet this thing. All right. So again, remember, no sound. All right. So we're in the countryside here. This looks like Jurassic Park. I don't know what's going on. You can start to see the sphere there. It's floating up. It's like he was just waiting there with the camera for that thing to come up, right? It's a little weird. Let's go back to the beginning. Right here. He's kind of like, it's not even floating up. Just kind of waiting for it. Oh, was it there the whole time? Is it by that tree? Okay, it is right here. So he does see it. Okay, so it comes down. It's floating up, down, goes up. It's floating.
Gee, thanks, bro. We wouldn't have known that it's floating. It's floating. It went up. It went down. It's still floating. Still floating.
Why is there no sound? Why not include sound? It said it.
Why is there no sound, but it's floating?
They said it made no sound, but they don't include it.
Man, this guy's an idiot. I don't even want to hear what he has to say. I'm not impressed by that UFO footage. pretty lackluster footage for 2025. In fact, it should be way more clear. The fact that it's such bad video quality and there's nothing there in the background to like identify or gauge its size. It's just like random trees. Like, how do I even know that's Colombia, you know? So yeah, there you go. All right. Shane Ross Drury said, I'm just glad Jake doesn't have bricks or checkerboards behind him. Yeah, see, Timmy Osman has bricks behind him. Jaron has bricks behind him. But not me. It's good old drywall. And now that I got these new lights, I can change my background color to whatever I want, right? See? Or I could have it fade from one color to the next. Or I can have it flash. He got light checkers on the ceiling. Oh no. Yeah, see, that's when you need the like RV Russian vids. They Live Truth. They'll be like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Fake Jake's here to make the flat Earth look dumb. He's here to go against the word of God. You can clearly see he's a Mason because he's got checkerboards on his ceiling. You can tell that he's Masonic. Completely ridiculous. And then all of RV's subs will be like, thank you for making this video and exposing Jake the asshole, RV. You're such a wonderful human. I love you, RV. Thomas Erickson says, does look like an office building, to be honest. That's because it's an office building. I rent an office. I run my channel out of an office, and I've been renting this office for like 3 years. Guys, more people now than ever live in their cars. There's people right now who are living out of storage units. I was going to show you a video where people are renting storage units and then living out of them. And then some people get caught living in their storage unit and they get kicked out of the storage unit. I was going to show you that tonight, but I figure I'll save that for next stream. So there's people living way worse than me. So when you see me running my channel out of an office for financial reasons, because it's a lot cheaper than an apartment, well, just know there's people out there, you know, doing a lot worse, you know, living out of their vehicle or, you know, living out of a storage unit. So, yeah, I got priced out of the apartment game a while back, and this is what I've been doing. This is how I save money. This person with a name I can't pronounce says, why can't one live in a storage unit? Because it's illegal. Because they have laws and stuff that you can't rent those out like they're apartments. You can't charge like it's renting an apartment, and you can't treat one like it's an apartment, because if you're cooking inside there and stuff, then that's a fire hazard. And if you're running electricity in there when there's not supposed to be electricity in there, you know, like some people are going as far as to run cords from the outlet at the storage unit and then run the cord all the way into their fucking unit to where then they're powering all their shit with the storage electricity. And they go on doing that until they get caught. And so, yeah, if you're going to do something like that, you want to have permission from the owner of the building. So if the owner of the building knows that you're in there and doesn't mind you being in there, then you won't have a problem. But there's people who are doing what we just saw on TikTok. They're buying a fucking storage unit for $100, and then they're setting it up like an apartment, and then they're bragging on TikTok that their rent's only $100. And then guess what? The next video is them getting kicked out of the fucking storage unit. So next stream, I'll show you people who are living out of storage units. Some of them set up the storage unit immaculate. Some people are like, oh, this is going to be the greatest way to save money. And they make it a few months, and then they get caught. And then they get booted out of the storage unit. RL says, I live in a storage unit, so I can afford my super chats. Don't diss on me, please. I don't diss on anybody who is struggling to get by. So you won't hear me saying, oh, look at this guy. He lives in his car. What a loser. I lived out of a van for a year. You won't see me saying, oh, look at these losers who live in storage units. They need to get their shit together. No, you won't hear me say nothing like that. I don't talk shit on people who are going through hard times because I know what it's like to go through hard times. And I ain't rich. I don't make lots of money. And so, yeah, I rent this office to cut back on money because rent is outrageous, especially here in California. So if somebody's lucky enough to get away with renting a storage unit and can get away with living there, hey, more power to them. There's just some of those videos that I watched where the people who were renting them storage units were bragging about it and then making videos trying to go viral on fucking TikTok. And then when the video goes viral, guess what happens? We just got told that we have to leave our storage unit because the video that we made went viral. So motherfuckers go viral on TikTok and then get kicked out of the fucking place they were bragging about living in. But I'll save that for the next stream. And I got a super chat from Boosh Comics. No message attached, but just a super chat. Boosh Comics. Thank you very much, Boosh Comics. All right, guys. I've been on here for over 3 hours. I should probably go ahead and wrap it up. But before we go, do me a solid. Smash the thumbs up for your boy. I would really appreciate it. If on your way out, if you haven't done it, hit the thumbs up. If you had fun here, if you learned something new, if you were entertained, do your boy a solid. Smash the thumbs up button. It does help. I noticed the videos that get more thumbs up tend to get recommended a little more, tend to get a little more views. So hook a brother up with the thumbs up. And I want to thank all of you guys for being here tonight. I had so many super chat donations come in. I mean, honestly, you guys, that might have been like the most super chats that I may have ever gotten. I mean, it was up there. So I don't know if that's the most I ever made in one stream, but that's definitely almost like it rivals the most super chats I may have ever received in a single stream before, which is awesome. So that means the support from you guys was on fire tonight. And I really do appreciate that, you guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hooking me up with all the super chats. All the messages that I didn't read live, I go back and watch the replay, and I read every single message. So don't feel bad if I didn't pull up your message tonight. When I go back and watch the replay, I literally read like every single message to see who showed up and who said what, who's talking shit, who's complimenting me. And so I read all of the messages, so I will see whatever you typed here in the live chat. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I should have another video out for you guys another day or so. And then maybe I'll try and do another live stream Friday night or Saturday night so that you guys don't have to wait until Tuesday. So until the next video or next live stream, this is your favorite asshole signing out. Have a great night, and I'll see y'all next time. I love you guys. Peace out.